Hello, hello. Been a while. Thank you all for tuning in. Nice to have a few people in the chat right off the bat. Be sure to throw a like on the video or on the stream. That helps get more people in here. And let me know how everything sounds. I've got a brand new microphone, and I'm feeling pretty confident that it sounds better. I tested it out a fair bit, made sure I had the proper modulation, and feeling very good about the new microphone, that is for sure. My audio was always a bit of a hindrance, always a bit of a crutch on the quality of my content. And a opportunity came along, a job offer, let's say. And the person offering the job said, your content is very good, but you need to improve your audio. And I said I would. And once I sort of realized I might get a little bit of side income from this whole content creation thing, I just said, hey, let's spend a bunch of money on a microphone and on a gain booster, a volume booster, and also on, I'm not sure what this third thing is called. It's sort of like the control panel, I guess you could say. Let me see what it's called here. But anyway, we spent quite a bit of money on this whole new setup. Yeah, I bought a microphone, a very good microphone, the same microphone that Joe Rogan uses. I also bought something called a cloud lifter, which boosts the volume of this very good microphone. And I bought a audio interface called a Scarlett 2i2. And so I've got a whole bunch of contraptions linked together to make this audio as good as it can be. And, you know, it's nice to make iterative improvements. It really is nice to make iterative improvements. Ray, welcome to the stream. Wally Weaver, welcome to the stream. Yes, thank you, Ray. I'll make a formal announcement a bit later. You know, yeah, I'm going to make a big announcement later. But basically, you know, I've just kind of gotten a second wind on my Rise of Kingdoms career, on my YouTube career. You know, just when I thought I was out, you all pulled me back in, pretty much. Mattba, welcome to the stream. Knight, welcome. Is this thing on? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Yeah, I'm psyched. I'm definitely psyched because you know, one of the things that I would experience with my old microphone, and I think I also used to play the music a little bit louder than I play it now. And so I would be like listening to the music as I was streaming. And I just knew I had to talk loudly for people to hear me. And it always just felt like I was fighting. I was fighting the microphone. I was fighting the music. But I was just testing this thing out last night, and I was just talking. You know, I was just talking. I didn't have to talk extra loud. Didn't have to talk with extra hype. And it was just less of a harsh vibe with my voice. But, you know, that's that. That's the beginning. You guys all seem to know. How do you guys all know? Oh, they already made the announcement. Okay. Okay, cool. I didn't realize that. I saw that my name was on the description of the video for tomorrow, but yeah, well, since everybody's saying it, yeah, I'm going to be live. I'm going to be broadcasting Osiris League with Plato this season. Don't know exactly how many matches I'm going to do. I think I'm probably in a bit of a trial period at the moment where, you know, I need to do a good job to keep it going. But I did get a very good opportunity to cast Osiris League on the official ROK channel. And so I do want to thank everyone who helped me get that opportunity. I don't know exactly what role Plato played in it, but, you know, he's the person he's sort of the main guy behind the Osiris League broadcasting team. And so I'm sure he had some say in getting me onboarded. I also want to thank Agus. Agus is the person from Lilith who brought me on. And I'm very, very appreciative to her and to Lilith for the opportunity. Algebra, that's pretty crazy for you to say. That I'm the GOAT and the only reason you still play. I mean, so for those who don't know, Algebra's a player in 770. He's I think he makes a very good living, and so he's like a bit of a whale in the game. He spends a decent amount. He's also just like a smart guy and like a very good gamer. So he's kind of like exactly what the kind of player that any kingdom would want. Like any kingdom would want a player like Algebra. And I do believe that Black Panther from 2268 did try to recruit Algebra in the past. And, you know, when I sort of retired from leadership, when I put the YouTube thing on the shelf for a while as I started up my business, I did wonder if a player like Algebra would stay in 770, because I'm like, you know, you gotta make the situation very appealing for a player like Algebra, right? Who could certainly go to a different kingdom or just, you know, do something else with his time. So, you know, I appreciate that, Algebra. I appreciate all the good advice you give to me. And you know, we're all just living our lives. We're all just like spending our time as we choose, as we're able to. So I don't know exactly how involved I'm going to be in ROK going forward, but I definitely enjoyed the content creation part of it. So I think I'm just going to keep making content. I don't know how serious I'll be in the game and how much leadership I can do, but I'm going to keep making YouTube videos because I do really enjoy it. Yeah, Ghost, so that's a pretty good idea, actually. An ROK gathered in Vegas. It's something we should think about, actually. Definitely. It would be good to get together for something. You know? It would be cool to do for I don't know what kind of watch party we could do, but even if we just got together for dinner one time, it would be cool for sure. Goes and says, yeah, don't go full Shinshi, that's sadness. I don't know if people watched it, but Shinshi made a very good video about getting zeroed and how he's kind of like leaving ROK. I mean, I really enjoyed the video. I don't know how good it was exactly. Like, I mean, he didn't have footage of the zeroing, and he didn't really even have reports of the zeroing because he just like got looted so many times. But I don't know. It was just like a good video because it was like honest. Like at the end of the day, the kind of content that I enjoy is honest content. And Shinshi was just honest about the fact that he really doesn't play anymore. He was honest about, you know, a key dynamic of this game, which is that it takes a ton of time. It takes an absolute ton of time to play this game. And, you know, when you're playing it a lot, you care about it a lot. But then once you step away, your care level goes down really, really fast. And, you know, Shinshi also said that he has a significant other. I think he said he has a girlfriend. He also has a new niece in his family, a new baby niece. So, you know, Shinshi has other good things happening in his life, and so he's just, like, not playing ROK anymore. And, you know, it's a little harsh, man. It's a little harsh to quit ROK because, you know, you literally get zeroed and your account goes to complete shit, right? Like, I stopped playing for a couple months. I didn't log in for, like, a month, and I still feel behind. I can still feel the after effects of not logging in for 30 days. You know, I can feel the lack of gold heads, where I really should have 2 new commanders for this KvK, but I actually only have enough gold heads to make 1 new commander. I'm lacking blueprints. I'm like hardcore lacking blueprints. And that's going to be a big thing that we do on this stream, and we kind of need to get going on it right away, because I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget about doing anything. You know, I'm just wondering if this music is a little loud. I'm gonna lower the music just a tiny little bit. I'm lowering the music a tiny bit. Because I still feel like I'm fighting it a little bit. But anyway, we need to spin this wheel and try to get... We need to try to get the Archer set gloves. We've got 28 out of 30 of these. And if we could somehow get insanely lucky with these spins and get 2 of these, that would be great. Because if not, I'm going to have to do the dig event and get the gloves for the dig event. Because we are going to be doing some crafting on this stream. We're going to open a bunch of armaments. We're also going to craft and upgrade our armaments. And then we do have a little bit of equipment grinding to do, but not that much. If you're looking for crafting-related dopamine hits on this stream, you're going to have to get them from the armaments, because the amount of equipment crafting we're doing is very, very small. We're going to do a couple refines. We're going to make the Archer set gloves. And we are going to... we're going to refine probably the Hope Cloak and maybe the Eternal Night. We're going to do a few refines and a bunch of awakens. We're going to awaken some stuff as well. Yeah, so not getting any luck on this. Not getting any luck. Oh, if I did more of these, I could get the gloves. How do you get these, though? That's the thing. Oh, man. Oh, you can get them in Race Against Time. You can purchase them. Oh, and you can get them from the puzzle event. Oh, do I have time to do the freaking puzzle event? I hate the puzzle event. Titan 101. Hello to you as well. Yes. Hopefully some of our allies and enemies roll into this stream. We do indeed have a very big war coming up in 4 days. We are staring down the barrel of 2268. 2268 is on the other end of these passes. And they want our ass. This is what they're looking like, officer-wise. Very, very beefy alliance here in 2268. Shout out to Alloys. Maybe Alloys will jump on the stream later. Nobody joined my rally because I forgot to join with my farms. The RK bonfire thing. All right, I'll check that out. Wally, I'm definitely considering maxing the new belly. I'm not going to use my gold heads until the new belly comes out, because if I do need to max the new belly, or if the new Cav garrison is better than we expect, then, you know, it might be worth, it very well might be worth maxing belly. Basically, I also want to build Herman. I'm planning to build Herman before I build Lucci, just because Zug Herman is the best open field march in the game. So I'm saving my gems for Herman wheels, and I'm saving my gold heads for likely Belisarius. But if Belisarius isn't very good, then I will probably build Herman. And look, if Belly doesn't come out before Wednesday, when our war is, I might build Herman then. Because I'll be, like, fairly close to the belly anyway. Right? Lambo, welcome to the stream. Lots of great people in the chat tonight. Wally says Justin Belly will be good. But that's for your third Cav March. Oh, because you have Huo. Yeah, see, I don't have Huo. I'll show you guys what my all right, let me give you guys all an account update, right? Let me just give you guys an account update. You know, I think it's the music that makes me very kind of hyper and like I can never stay on topic. It's the chat plus the music. And I just like go from topic to topic without ever finishing what I'm talking about. But here is what I'm looking at. Here's what I'm rocking right now as far as marches go. It's not very good. It's not very good. I've got the Nevsky Joan. I've got the Boudica Zug. Right? I've got the Boudica Zug. I've got the Guan Scipio. So like when I get Lucci, that's like a very instant upgrade to the Scipio March. Just as when I get Herman, it'll be an instant upgrade to the Zug March. So these are my three like really good open field marches. And then I've got Justinian, William, and XY Mehmed, right? I don't have Huo. Algebra and some others gave me some very good advice on a drunken live stream a few months ago to not max Huo because new Cav were coming out soon. So I will probably run XY Belly. But I don't know because I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. Cuz I only have two good sets of cavalry gear, right? I've got this is my best set. You know, this is my best in slot set that I use for garrisons and that I put on Nevsky in the open field. Then I've got another set of full legendaries. But then my third Cav set is actually just purples. It's literally just purples. And I mean, you would hate to give Belly purples, right? You'd hate to give Belly purples. I guess you could pair Justinian with Belly and then do XY William with the purples. That's a really squishy march, XY William, but I mean, it was good in the past, so it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I've got almost full legendaries on the archers now. I will make the gloves today, but I don't have the blueprints to make the legendary legs. And, you know, I'm going to upgrade the infantry set as well. My account's like 5.5 years old. The issue for me is that I've built a lot of garrison commanders. Like a lot of garrison commanders. And so my open field has always been pretty weak. I also have mostly arch armaments because I wanted to build a very good garrison. So we're also going to be... we're going to do a lot of armament crafting here. And I actually think we'll just get started with the armament crafting. I actually kind of went through it last night and made a list of what I want to upgrade. So down here we have my rerolls. And I actually got a third reroll today from like the quests in KvK. So we actually have 3 rerolls. And so we could reroll 2 pieces on Jan as well as the Nevsky Cohesive. And that, if we did that, that would use almost all of our transmutation stones. But then at the top of this list, we do have a Zug wedge formation armament, another Nevsky piece. We're going to try to upgrade the Nevsky pieces today. But then Zug is the second priority with the wedge. So we're essentially trying to make a very good cavalry wedge set for Justinian, and then we're going to try to upgrade the Zug wedge set. And we do have a lot of chests to open, and we're going to open all of these as wedge. So basically, you know, this is the current upgrade order, but I could always find something else and then, you know, add that to the list. The reality is I don't think we're going to get up through much of this list because... Here, let me make this bigger. Sorry about that. I don't think we're going to get through a lot of this list because if I actually do re-roll these 3 pieces, you know, add 10 more transmutations to them, I could literally go through all my transmutation stones just on these re-rolls. So I do have a bit of a decision here where maybe I will re-roll the Nevsky, but then not re-roll the 2 Jan pieces because I honestly don't think I'm going to use Jan as a garrison very often in this KvK. So that's the plan with armaments. And then I will also show you the the equipment plan. I will also show you the equipment plan. It's not a great plan. To be fair, it's just not a great plan. Because I just don't have any, do not have any blueprints. I've got 330, you know, I've got 330 legendary mats, but I just don't have any blueprints. I can awaken 2 Rings of Doom. That's going to use 100. I can refine the Hope Cloak 3 times. That'll use 90. That's 190. The KvK weapon costs 20. That can't be right. Oh, this is for an awaken. This is for an awaken. Yeah, the archer. So that's 190. The archer gloves are 40. That's 230. I can burn through about 260 of these materials. You know, I can burn through about 260 of the materials, which is not terrible, but. Titan says cohesive is good, but you really want at least assertive for that armament slot. All right, let me take a look at that. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with assertive actually. Assertive. 2% more damage while on the map. I mean, it's just so hard to get though, Titan. It's so hard to get. I mean, I'll show you the Nevsky. I'll show you the Nevsky piece, right? I'll show you like what's priority number 1 to reroll. Yeah, I can show you that real quick. I'm pretty sure it's like a very good roll as well. I mean, it's not great, right? It just has the cavalry defense 3.1. So the thing about this is it's like pretty easy to build from here. I just obviously lock the 3.1% defense, and then I just kind of like do 3 stones at a time to try to make this thing better. I don't know. I feel like this is a very good thing to improve, right? I feel like it's a very good thing to improve. Gosu asked, what do you think about Algebra going all in on Wedge for infantry? Many think Smite will be exclusive for infantry. Yeah, so that's yeah, that's I mean, look, I think Wedge is very good. Like, I honestly think Wedge is just like better than Arch for open field by quite a bit. So I mean, he might be like not being optimal for the like Lucci March in particular, but for all futures, for all current and future skill damage infantry commanders, he's going to be just fine. So I think that's fine. I think it makes sense. And yeah, let's see. While Uber says I just got a level 5 cav chest and level 4 hellish weapon, very expensive. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like way behind on the awakening this stuff. Like you know, the biggest mistake I made when I was not playing much is I forgot to finish. Like, I forgot to spend gems to finish the last couple levels of Lucerne Scroll last season. And then I didn't get that full Ash of the Dawn blueprint. So that was like a huge loss. But yeah, I'm just really struggling. I can upgrade the Pride of the Khan to level 2 once I get 30 million kills, and I'll get another coin. And I'm going to get the Ring of Doom to level 4 here. Damage to rallied armies and garrisons. Won't be great for the open field, but if I do garrison, it'll be nice to have that. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at as far as all that goes. And, you know, just so I don't forget, right? Just so I don't forget, let's finish up the Hunt for History right now. I'm going to have to buy a bunch of these. I'm going to have to buy a bunch of these. I only got 5, shovels from gathering, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to buy a bunch of these right now. Yeah, I'm just going to buy a bunch of these. I was actually thinking about this while I took a shower earlier. Do some people, do like whales actually go through several occult levels of this event? Like, do whales just like buy a ton of these things and like, you know, get more, you know, get like more legendary blueprints? Because I was kind of thinking about doing that. I was like, am I a whale? Should I do that? Algebra says his guess is next rally commander for Imp is skill damage and open field is smite. That could be. Lambo says 20 plus levels. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how worth it is. I'll do the math on it. Let me do the math on it, actually. Here, I'm going to auto this. Let me just get a couple more. We're trying to get these gloves. There it is. All right, so we have the gloves now. So these cost 200 each, and it's like it takes like 12 on average, right? It takes 12 of these on average to get through a level. So 12 times 200 is 2,400 gems, which is like nothing. Which is absolutely nothing. So to get through another 5 levels would cost me like 12,500 gems. That's nothing, right? That's absolutely nothing. Is this event better for blueprints than the egg event? Yeah, Wally, I'm not focused on being a rally lead, but I have to use my materials somewhere, and, you know, awakening my accessories is just like a way to use my materials. So Gosu and Algebra started talking about whether to focus on Arch as a inf rally and garrison lead. I think Algebra is correct that Smite will not be exclusive to infantry, because that would just be really weird. Lambo buys all the ones he cans from gems and maxes the bundle. I mean, yeah, so I have the I have the gloves now. The question is, like, what else am I close on? Am I close on the chest? I'm not close on the chest. Am I close on Ash of the Dawn? I'm sort of close on Ash of the Dawn. What about the Cav boots? So the Cav boots are pretty good. The 5% march speed is good. I mean, so it's okay. So the boots are an open field thing only. The boots are open field only. So I would be either pushing the chest. I'd be pushing the chest, or would be pushing Ash of the Dawn. And I wouldn't get there. I wouldn't get there in this event, but I mean, it almost seems worth it. Value-wise, Egg is better, but they come with only certain equipment types. I'm not really in a rush at this point, but I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go through one more level. I'm gonna go through one more level of this dig. You know, I've got a lot of shovels. So we're just gonna do another dig here. We're whaling it up a little bit. We did buy 2 Mountain Warfares during this KvK, so we are gem rich at the moment. My gems never last very long, but we are gem rich at the moment. Isaac, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here, Isaac. You were a great chatter on one of my all-time favorite streams back in our last big war. And I've been pretty good. Work is going well. I'm going to be very busy in the next few weeks, but the business is going well. Crypto is going very well. And you know, YouTube and Rise of Kingdoms are going well also. So yeah, I'm doing good. And I got a new microphone. You know. Sound better, feel better. All right. So, do I want to go Ash of the Dawn here? Or do I want to go chest? I am inclined to go for the chest. Because I just feel like the Ash of the Dawn is a little bit easier to get. You can get an Ash of the Dawn blueprint in like item chests, for example. So I'm gonna go with the Cav chest here and just start working my way towards awakening this bad boy again. We're doing pretty good. Otto's doing pretty well here. Otto is definitely doing well. Sometimes it's nice to let go of control, let fate take you by the hand, and maybe save you a few gems in the process. Titan says whale moves. Yeah, we're doing a little. We're making some whale moves. I mean, you know, listen. When in Rome, right? When in Rome. When you're surrounded by whales, you got to make some whale moves. And we're literally fighting all these dudes in about 4 days. There's White Castle. Shout out to White Castle, who's made a his Ollie-like return to Rise of Kingdoms. But you know, basically, in the top 10 here, in the top 10 whales in this KvK, our side has 2 of them, and the enemy has 8 of them. So we're fighting against Fluffy Pony. We're fighting against Addy Lloyd. We're fighting against Peacemaker, who I believe has the most kills in this KvK. PGIRB, War Daddy Chadsky, Panda, Albanin, and your boy Chisgul. I've been watching Chisgul's videos for 5+ years, and I will be fighting against him for the first time in this KvK. He's actually got a very good arc record. So, yeah, big time KvK coming up for us. Big time war coming up for us. And Titan, drain them and we will knock them out in LK. Sounds good, dude. Sounds good. Titan, what kingdom are you from? I'm guessing you're from 1824, just because my understanding is that 1900 is a Korean kingdom. Yeah, Isaac, it's going to be a very good war. Very interesting war, very hard to predict. I will talk about it a bit more as the stream, later on in the stream, but I want to start opening up these chests, actually. I want to start getting some good armaments here. So, if I get something good, you guys can throw the Brian emoji in the chat if you're a member. It looks like Algebra's the only member in the chat, but, you know, Brian emoji if I get something good. And we've also got the new emoji. We've got the rip emoji for when I don't pull anything good. Hopefully, okay, very good. Legendary with an inscription from the blue chest. No complaints there. No complaints there. No sad faces. Oh yeah, I've been saving the armaments for a while. Intrepid. See, I'm so out of it that I don't even know what the good inscriptions are anymore. I'm just like this old school, like, cohesive breaker guy. Only Farmer, welcome to the stream. Isaac, thank you for the membership. Welcome to Officer Chat, Isaac. Very much appreciate the support. We got all the good vibes here. So let's see what we get from this wedge formation scroll slot. It's the scroll slot, so, you know, not that exciting. But let's see what inscription we get here. Payback. And some good infantry stats on it. Oh, no, it's barbs. It's barbs. It's barbs. Oh, that's a lot of barb damage, but we don't need that. We don't need that. Do I even lock this? Do I even lock this? I don't think I do. I don't think I lock this. Nah. Alright, so do I bulk recycle? Am I just going to recycle this thing right off the bat? Am I just going to recycle this thing right off the bat? Sure, why not? Do I just recycle all these right off the bat? I'm just going to save it for now, just in case someone says something that's, like, compelling to me. Oops. Oh. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, there we go. By the way, this is, Actually, let's just keep opening. Let's just keep opening. Yeah, here's what I think about Payback. Little sad face. Seba, welcome to the channel. Seba, thank you for all your support in the past. Everybody be sure to throw a like on the stream. We got a lot of content creators in the chat. Gosu, Lambo, Only Farmers. The ROK YouTuber community is absolutely great. Very supportive of one another. I hope that I can support other people in the future as much as people have supported me in the past. Lambo's been a huge support. And Plato, I mean, I owe Plato a big one. I owe Plato big time at this point. And Only Farmer, I have been seeing her streams, you know, steadily over the last few months, and Only Farmer's channel is certainly growing quite a bit as well. So congratulations on that. Seba, welcome to Officer Chat. Very nice. Very nice to have the new members here. Appreciate it, guys. I actually spent more money on this new microphone and its accessories than I've made at YouTube so far. But I knew it would pay dividends down the road. And it is already paying dividends. Yeah, so nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. So we're just going to do another bulk recycle. And we will move on to the purples now. We will continue to do 10 at a time. And hopefully we get something good. I'm sure we're going to get something really good here. With all these chests, we're going to get something really good. It's just that your standards get so high. You know, after you've been pulling armaments for, you know, a year plus, your standards just get so incredibly high. You know what I will do after this set here of all purples? Only Farmer, I got the Shure SMB7. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, I knew I needed to get... I'm such a weird person, right? I knew that I needed to get a new microphone. And, you know, I knew it was like a big purchase and everything. But I quite literally did... maybe I did 5 to 10 minutes of research. You know, I threw a couple of search terms into Google, watched a couple of YouTube videos, and it just sort of like, you know, it became seemingly clear right off the bat that, that this was like the best microphone. I mean, it is the microphone that Joe Rogan uses, but, you know, it's like, I did so little research. Like so little research, and then I just watched like one YouTube video about like what like accessories I needed to use in conjunction with this mic, and I just like right off the bat I just like assumed that this was correct. I just like assumed that my first search result was correct, and just went with it. But I think I actually made the right decision. Like I think I could have done 5 hours of research and due diligence and I would not have actually done any better. So, and then I also, I just had it all sitting in boxes until last night, right? I just like put off on installing it as well. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of like, I'm looking at what I have for, wedge on my infantry, just so I kind of know like what I need to save and what I need to, get rid of. Why are all my wedges on Sun Tzu, man? What is going on here? Why did I put all my wedge stuff on Sun Tzu? I guess this is better. Yeah, so I just want to look and see like what I have here. So this banner slot is really good, really good. This slot is nice. This slot could be improved. The instrument slot could definitely be improved. And the scroll slot could definitely be improved. Oh wait. This is better. But it's purple. And anyway, I mean, so this is kind of like, yeah. Alright, I just needed a sense. I needed a sense of what I'm looking for wedge infantry. Alright, let's keep opening here. Let's keep opening. I guess I should check for Cav also, actually. I'm just looking through these real quick. Make sure there's no purples that I need to save. Two legendaries here. Alright, so some good archer defense on this. This is the kind of thing I lock. I lock this, and maybe I can craft with it later. Probably not, but we just lock it anyway. And that one we will just recycle. Alright. Lumberjack, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that banner one looks nice, but there's no inscription on it. That's the problem. It's really nice, but there's no inscription, and it's very, very hard. Very, very hard to get a an inscription, you know, like an inscription that you can apply to your choice of armament on that banner slot. So Lambo says purples are auto-recycle, but here's my thing. Like, I'm using purples. You know, my wedge formation still needs work, and I'm still using purples. That's the thing. That's the thing, right? So that's why I have to look, Lambo. I gotta look at these purples. You know what I mean? So like this, like, I just gotta look at the purples. Well, I mean, I can't really do much better than this, right? And I can't really do much better than this either. Yeah, so you can see that my my Cav wedge set really does need work. I mean, it's not like horrible. It's not horrible, but it needs work. You can put a balance from the shop. A balance? How do you get a balance? Oh, from like, that's whale stuff, dude. That's whale stuff. You mean this? Yeah, I guess you can get the banner, but I mean, I'm only at 3. I'm only at 3 shards, and I'm planning to get this first. I'm planning to get invincible for my garrison first. So I mean, the balance from the shop is like literally multiple years away. Multiple years away. We have to pull a balanced. That's why we have all these chests, and that's why I'm opening all these chests with you all on stream. It's because this is where we get our balanced. We get balanced from the pulls. From the pulls, sir. Anything below 3% 3 stats is recycled. Look, like, I'm locking this. I know that this is not an improvement. I guess I don't need to lock this, right? I don't need to lock it. But you know what? I'm locking it anyway. What's the harm? Because I might go to 2 wedge sets at some point, and I might need that. Oh my god. Dude, I don't know about the rest of you, but when I pull a legendary that doesn't have an inscription, I'm like not even excited anymore. Like it's really hard to find a legendary without an inscription that's actually, you know, worth anything. Wally just got balanced. Wow, congrats. Very, very nice armament there for sure. I'll actually show you guys what I got for my I was very, very close to pity on I was very, very close to pity on my wedge my wedge pulls. I was like I'd pulled like 140 straight legendary wedge armaments without getting a special inscription. And then I pulled this Boiling Blood. And I'm a little surprised this is not actually better than whatever I have on the Zoog. But yeah, I was very happy with this. I was very happy that I got the instrument slot instead of the scroll slot. And so that was a pretty good pull, actually. Everyone is shaming me in the chat. Everyone is saying that all epics are auto-recycle. And here I am going through each purple one by one. Okay, so we got a legendary inscription in a lower slot. You guys got to remind me what slot that is. Is that like flag or banner? I don't even know. But anyway, we got a nice pull here. Got a nice pull here. We're dancing around it. We're checking everything else. Isaac, I didn't know if they were going to do reset crystals for epics. It would be useful though, because unlike all you whales in the chat, I do have some purples that are pretty nice. But here we go, Honors of the Pantheon. Let's take a look. Bad stats. Enduring though. 3% counterattack damage. Okay, that's decent. Not amazing, but decent. It's good for like a Justinian rally, right? Like this is good for a Justinian rally right here. So not bad. Not bad on enduring. We will lock that. We will bulk recycle everything else. Yeah, this is decent. This is okay for a Justinian rally, which is always going to get swarmed. And let's just keep it going here. Yeah, Meppa, I try to keep the suspense up, you know? Try to keep the suspense up. See, this to me looks slightly appealing, but you know, obviously you have to just recycle that. Risk with 3 archer stats on it. And let's look at this one. Yeah, nothing. Man, my stats have been really bad today. Really bad stats today. Algebra says for Garrison. It could be good for Garrison, but I'm not sure I'll be using Wedge in Garrison, right? How many Autarchs do I have now? Unfortunately, I only have 2. I mean, I have Destruction applied to a Nevsky, or Destructive applied to a Nevsky. The mistake I made is that when we won our second Autarch, I bought a second Destructive instead of buying a Hunter. That was a very big mistake. Very, very, very big mistake. So now I still have this Destructive that I have nothing to do with. I have nothing to do with this thing when I could have a Hunter that I put on something. And then I have a couple more for the scroll slot. I've got a Robust that I bought from the shop, and I pulled this Warcry from a shard. So yeah. That's why I'm like really itching to win a KvK because I really need the Hunter inscription for my Justinian, my quote-unquote Justinian rally. All right, lots of legendaries here. We got a banner with an inscription. A banner with an inscription. 4 other legendaries. This is a hell of a set of 10 right here. Hell of a set of 10 here. Nothing good on this one. No stats on this one. Really poor stats today so far, but it only takes 1. At this point in Rise of Kingdoms, when we've been pulling armaments for at least a year now, it only takes 1. It only takes 1. A lot of march speed on this one. No good stats on the instrument either. Here we go. The Banner of the Pantheon. The Banner of the Pantheon with an inscription. Let's take a look. Rebuff. 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 2.5% counterattack damage. Okay, so I'm getting all this. I'm getting tons of counterattack damage. I think this is from the other. This is from the other slot. So actually, if I were to combine these two armaments together, I would get 5.5% of counterattack damage. So not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Gosu says, well, you are against 2268. You have a good shot at getting another inscription. You know what? We will talk about the KvK. I don't want to blow my load by just like summarizing what I think, you know, in response to Goku's shot. I'm not gonna blow my load in response to Goku's shots fired. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I think it's a very interesting matchup, and I don't really know what to think of it, basically. All right, so a couple of okay pulls so far. All purples in this next set. We're getting close to the legendaries, which it's been so long since I opened legendaries that I kind of forget that when you open a legendary, don't you get all legendaries? You get any purples in the orange chests? I literally cannot remember. I think you get all legendaries. I think you are guaranteed to get 10 legendaries when you open 10 orange chests. Nothing here. Let's bulk recycle all of these. Let's bulk recycle all of these. And our last purple chest. The purple chests have been okay. Not great, but okay. Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a fun KvK. I think it's going to be fun. All right, so we've got the scroll slot here with an inscription. We do need to improve our scroll slots. We did look over the cav and the infantry sets, and we can definitely improve the scroll slot. Boy, these rolls have been... There hasn't been like a single good roll on any of these things, really. Devious on purple. We would love to get some Deviouses today. Devious, just such a rock-solid inscription at the legendary level. No stats at all on this Epics of Olympia. But let's look at the other Epics of Olympia with the inscription. It's glowing. It's friggin' glowing, so, you know. Let's get excited here. All right. Hurried. With a little bit... I think this is March speed, right? Oh, yeah, this is... I like this. I like this one. I like this inscription. The wielder's troops gains 15% bonus to March speed for 10 seconds after leaving battle. I like this inscription a lot. I think this is a very, very, very good open field inscription right here. I do like this inscription. Now the question is, where do you... The question is, where do I put something like this on my list? Like, where do I put Hurried on this list here? I'm thinking it's not going to be that high. So I'm just going to, like, put it here for now. I'm going to put it here for now. Yeah, good for any March that wants to get away. And I do run away quite a bit. For those who have watched my my live streams in the past when I fight in dot mode, you will notice that I run away quite a bit. First one in, first one out. That is the way I play the open field. All right. We're on to the legendaries now. Throw a like on the stream. Please give me as much good luck as you can here. I'm gonna throw some Brians. I'm gonna throw some Brians in the chat for luck. Let's friggin' go. Let's friggin' go. 41. Actually, let's open these randoms first. Let's open the randoms first. All right, we're gonna open the randoms first. All right, there's the randoms. Seba looking good in green. Seba making, you know, we've also had some players return to the game, which is pretty cool. Seba making his Ollie-like return. Max is back. Max has made his Ollie-like return. Natsu is back. Natsu's been on a lot of streams lately. So we have had some players make a comeback. And hopefully that's going to be important for the final outcome. But we can also help ourselves in the wars to come by pulling something nice. Achilles, welcome to the stream. I definitely stepped back from the game quite a bit, but you know, sometimes I have time to play, sometimes I don't. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to be doing Osiris League coverage this season, Achilles, so I am getting back into the... Okay, I think I just accidentally clicked on the honors. Okay, I don't know if anybody saw that. It was very, very quick. But my mouse accidentally hovered over the honors of the Pantheon. And it looks a bit like these stats right here. I'm pretty sure I saw 3 Cav stats on that glowing, flashing inscription. I could be wrong, though. Maybe I hovered over this instead. I might have hovered over this one, though. I'm just locking these because, like, 3 Cav stats is, like, pretty good, right? This is good, too. 3.2% inf defense or 2.7% Cav health. I'm locking all these. You never know if you'll have tons of transmutation stones and you can craft these. Oh my gosh. Part of me thinks this is a really good armament, and part of me thinks my eyes deceived me. I'm kind of trying to get to it real quick. I'm trying to get to it real friggin' quick here. I'm just going to take a look. I think this might be 3 Cavs. I think this might be 3 Cav stats. Oh, I read it wrong. I read it wrong. Counterer. Another counterattack. Another counterattack. Yeah, I saw this one. I saw this one and I thought it was the honors. Well, we got another inscription with terrible stats that we could potentially reroll. You know, none of these are great. None of these are great, but we'll keep them. We'll keep them. Oh, this one I need to lock. Look at this, 3.5% Cav health. This one might actually be the best of them all. This might be the best one of them all, right here. Because you got a max roll on the Cav health. And it's the kind of thing that maybe you throw an inscription on there and you try to transmute it. Kenny Flo says that is actually amazing for the coin slot. Kenny, it's not bad, but the thing is I pulled this exact same thing about 5 minutes ago. I pulled the exact same inscription in the exact same slot about 5 minutes ago. So... And I prefer my counterattack on Arch. I don't love counterattack on Wedge, but that's just me. All right, let's open another 10. We still got plenty more to go here. We got plenty more to go here. All right. Oh, 3.2% attack. All right, we'll lock that. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. 3.5% Cav attack. Again, we just lock it. No harm in locking these. We have a ton of these. We have a ton of these max rolls. No inscription. We have no way of transmuting them. But we keep them anyway. We keep them anyway. What are you going to do? All right, let's look at this Epic of Olympia here. Oh, he's saying the triple stat. The triple stat. Amazing for the coin slot. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out, Kenny. You might be right that it's an upgrade for me. I think you're actually completely right that it might be an upgrade for me. Well-clad. Yeah, 3.5% defense. Pretty good. This is the kind of thing you lock, and if you have enough transmutation stones, you re-roll it. Actually, let's see if Kenny is correct here. And let's just go in here and put this on and see if this is an upgrade for my Cavalry Wedge. I bet it is, actually. Is it? So what I have now in purple is 2.6. Or wait, no, this is like 3% of stats. This is like 3.2% of stats. 5, 7.3. We have 7.3 on the purple. On the purple. Whereas here we have like, you know, 5.9 or something. So that's the thing. That's why I wasn't like super excited about this one. Now this one is interesting. This one is certainly interesting with the max roll on the cav health, but it's so hard to get an inscription to actually transmute this thing. Not an upgrade, but will probably replace the second march. Yeah, eventually I'll have 2 wedge sets, so yeah. All right. We still haven't gotten the home run. We still have not gotten a home run from any of these armaments. Maybe we're saving our luck for the transmutation phase of this. I don't know. But here's another 10. Here's another 10. We need a double. We need a double. Give me a double. Double freaking inscription one time. Not a double, but we're getting the right slots. We're at least getting the right slots here. We're getting the right slots. We're getting the right slots. A lot of siege. 6.6% of siege stats on this banner here. We're not locking it. We are not locking it. You know what I want to see one day? I've never seen this. I've literally never seen it in my own polls. I've never seen it on a stream of somebody else polling. I want to see like 3 rolls of the same troop type and 3+% on each one. Like, where's the like double or triple max roll on a single armament? I've never actually seen it. I've never actually seen it. All right, well, we're going to look at the scroll now. Combo. I think combo's not great. Whenever the wielder's troop uses an active skill, it gains a 8% bonus to all types of skill damage dealt for 3 seconds. Oh, that's quite good. Okay, so combo is quite good. Is combo like... I'm gonna have to compare this to some other inscriptions. It seems very good, though. Like... I mean... we're gonna do some theory crafting on this one afterwards, because my first thought is that, like, Scipio does some damage, but his active is, like, also utility-based. My question is, does Herman do a huge skill damage on his active skill? That's my question. But let's look at the banner here. Let's look at the banner. War Flames seems good. 1% extra damage. Not amazing. It's not Intrepid. It's not Intrepid, but it's decent. 1% extra damage. So that's like all damage. So I mean, it's like it's like... So, like, am I crazy, or is this just 2.5% of stats? Because it's like all damage, right? So it's like 2.5% of stats, so it's literally like worse than it's worse than robust, right? Like it's you know, call me crazy, but War Flames is not great and combo is like way better, right? I mean, maybe not. 8% skill damage on one person. So it's like 4% skill damage. Yeah, this combo is better, right? Combo's got to be like way better. Because combo is like 4% skill damage, basically. Which is like, you know, 8.5% of stats or whatever. Lambo, I think I'm nowhere close. I think I'm nowhere close. I just got the... I just pulled a special on Wedge. I might be sort of close on Arch, but... I mean, I can take a look, right? Where do I see that? Where do I see that? I see it here, right? 96. I'm 96 away. I've got a ways to go. Yeah, Gosu agrees that War Flames is worse than combo. We're gonna open up 11 here. No, we can only open 10. Never mind. All right, here we're running low now. We still have not gotten that home run. We haven't gotten any doubles. We haven't really even gotten anything that we're going to use our transmutation stones on. So, Oofa. Nothing here. Nothing. Give me something with good stats, please. Give me something with good stats. Kind of a disappointing session, not gonna lie. Kind of a disappointing armament opening session here. We got some okay stuff. You know, we got some okay counterattack damage inscriptions, but this is a full recycle. The last 10 chests of the day. The last 10 chests of the day, and we're literally going to do a full... Oh, no, this is good. 3.4 defense. We'll keep that one. All right, well... Listen. It may be the case that at this point in ROK, you want to save all your luck for the transmutations rather than the openings. I'm not sure, but that could be the case. This all damage is pretty good, no? That's a very good all damage roll. So I'll lock this as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm still rating all damage at 2.5% of stats. It's like, in that sense, this is like, you know, this is just better than any 3.5% stat roll, right? That's like a very good roll right there. All right, so I don't feel like we got anything that changes our plans here. I just don't think we got anything that changes our plans here. I mean, combo is in here somewhere. Let me look at where that combo is. Like what slot that combo is in. Where was that combo? Where is the combo? There it is. It's in the scroll slot. What do I have in the scroll slot right now? I have Bellicose. Like, that's the thing. I have Bellicose in this slot right now. Whenever the troop deals any type of basic attack, it has a 10% chance to gain a 5% bonus to damage dealt for 3 seconds. So this is generally just going to be for one... This is going to be for one active skill. But this is a guarantee. Am I correct that combo is better than Bellicose? Because Bellicose is completely random. Yeah, you get a Well, so let's think about this. A 10% bonus for 3 seconds is basically averaged out over time. That's a 1.5% boost to damage. A 1.5% boost to damage is you know, that's like 3.75% of stats, right? But to me, combo is way more than that. Like, way more than that. Because combo essentially is giving you an 8% bonus, an 8% skill damage bonus on your secondary commander's active skill, which is essentially 4% skill damage. And 4% skill damage at a 2.5% multiple is like 10%. So, like, we're talking about like 4% versus 10%. So to me, combo is like way, way better, right? Way better. You know, Bellicose does have slightly better stats here, but I don't think these stats even make up for combo. I think combo is just like better than so many stats that actually this is probably our best pull. You know, combo is probably our best pull. So combo goes in before Bellicose, right? Combo definitely goes in before Bellicose. And maybe it goes in before Eclipse, right? Like, let's look at Eclipse here. Let's look at Eclipsed. Eclipsed is 2.5% less skill damage taken, which is quite good. I mean, this is quite good. This to me is like, this to me is like 6.25% of stats. It feels to me like combo is still better. I think I like combo more, actually. I think I like combo more than Eclipsed. So we'll move combo up even more. We'll move combo up to here. Yep. We'll move combo up to here. Does combo work with both Joan's skill shots if she is secondary? That's a very good question, JT. Whenever the troop uses an active skill, what's the sequence of Joan's active skills? What is okay, so what happens here? Whenever their troop's secondary commander uses an active skill, it has a 100% chance to trigger this commander's Sacred Banner skill. Whenever their troop's second... So what's the sequence here? Does she cast Sacred Banner like 2 turns in a row? Or is there a 1-turn delay between her casting Sacred Banner? Does anyone know that? So... what do I want to do here? I think I'm just going to start transmuting. I think I'm going to just start transmuting here. So... the question is, do I start with Boiling Blood or do I start with Cohesive? Do I start with Boiling Blood or do I start with Cohesive? Do I start with Boiling Blood or do I start with Cohesive? Do I not even have Boiling Blood turned on? Oh, Boiling Blood just sitting here. Let me very quickly upgrade my... oh, you know what it was? You know what it was? I couldn't... my Zoog is not in town, so I couldn't change his armaments around last night. That's what it was. Let me send both of these guys home, because I need to craft with both of these dudes. Alright, is there any... oh, I missed the end of the day. I missed recharge rewards. I don't think I missed anything else. I missed betting. Oh, I missed betting on League. Oh, I'm gonna cast Osiris League tomorrow, and I didn't even bet on anything. Oh my gosh, feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. I'll be right back. I do appreciate everyone sticking with me on this very crafting heavy, theory crafting heavy stream. I know this is not always the most exciting kind of streams, so I do appreciate everyone hanging out. It's like one of those things where I really enjoy doing this stuff on stream because it just makes me think about it a little bit more. I do go through things a little bit faster, but just the conversation and having to give reasons for my own actions does allow me to just like think through this stuff more. Yeah, so Isaac, the question is not Boiling Blood versus combo. It's Boiling Blood, or do I... it's Boiling Blood, or do I... or do I do my Cohesive, or do I transmute this? Right? Do I transmute the, you know, because I could use 30 on these. I could literally use 30 stones on this Cohesive. Like, that's the thing. I could literally use 30 stones on this Cohesive. I will get 15 more stones. Let me when do I get those stones? In a day I'll get 15 more stones. So, you know, by the way, I just, if you people notice, right, I just bought this this purple army expansion for 1,500 because I always buy the 70 and 60% off discount purple troop expansions. And let me show you how many of purples I have by doing that. Like, I don't spend that many gems on it. I just spend it when it's discounted in the Mysterious Merchant. And I literally have 33 of these things. I have 33 advanced army expansions. And I haven't even bought them from the Osiris League shop yet. I don't think. I don't even think I bought the ones from the shop yet. Oh, I did buy the ones from the shop. Never mind. But yeah, I really recommend that people who are, you know, pretty like serious fighters in this game buy the purple troop expansions when they're in the Mysterious Merchant. Because I just have so many now. I have so freaking many. All right, so okay, well, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I can definitely roll both, right? I could use 30 to do the cohesive, and I could roll I would use about 18-ish for the Boiling Blood. The other thing that's tough about the Boiling Blood is that it's like, do you keep this 1.7 Archer defense, right? Like, that's the thing. It is great. I mean, boy, I'm obviously gonna do both of those, but gosh, I'm just gonna run out of stuff so fast. I'm gonna run out of stuff so fast. I think the one mistake I could be making here is putting too many transmutation stones into arch formation, my Nevsky arch formation, when inevitably in the long run, Nevsky eventually is going to transition to wedge. And so, like, in that sense, do I spend my stones on wedge since that's the future, instead of putting all this stuff into arch formation? You know, that's also a question here. Like, maybe I roll this combo before I roll the double inscription arch. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, my Nevsky set is really good. My Nevsky Archer set is really good, I feel. I feel like this is a very good set. I mean, Requital is good even. Or not Requital, but... Oh, he has, like, a lot of March speed, right? Like, I have like 7.5% March speed on this set. I've got Breaker and Cohesive. Like, to me, this is a very good set. It'll take a while for me to have enough wedge sets to like replace this. But I still wonder if how much I should really be putting into this. You know, like, I mean, this is a very good armament, but like, I don't know. Like, do I really put more stones into this, or do I just leave it? All right, let me put everything on my Zoog as I want it to be, right? What is this one? Oh, this was the Bellicose with the combo. Yeah, so let's just put the combo on right now. So it's easier to track. It's easier to track it, right? And then what was the other slot that I'm putting something different on? Like, this will be another good thing to roll, is this Brutal, right? It's just like so clean. It's like a clean transmute of 1. Oh, Boiling Blood. Yeah, Boiling Blood. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, the Eclipsed is good too. That's the thing. Like, this Eclipsed slot is also very good. Like, I could totally transmute this. Takes 2.5% less skill damage of all types. Am I overrating this? Am I overvaluing this? Like, is this better than Brutal? Is this better than Brutal? You know, Brutal is like 3.5% attack or something like that. Is this better or worse than Brutal? It takes 2.5% less skill damage. All right. So let's transmute the Boiling Blood. Let's transmute the Boiling Blood here. I think we roll 3 Oh, I was going for Cav here. I was going for Cav here. Why was I going for Cav here? Why was I going for Cav here? Why was I going for Cav here? Because I'm a Cav player? What was I using before? I was using Bellicose, right? Or I was using Brutal. Yeah, see, this is the thing, right? Like, I mean, the thing is, I could put the Brutal on Cav. Like, that's the thing, right? I could put the Brutal on Cav. I could just re-roll the Brutal to be on Cav. If that's what I want to do. I mean, I already have something good on Cav, or like something that's decent. Like I have a decent, I have decent instrument slot for Cav, so. Oh yeah, Titan, I always get bad rolls on my double inscriptions, pretty much. Yeah, so the question is, where do I use the Boiling Blood? Cav or Archers? Because this could go on anything. I guess the deal with this is like, it's worst comes to worst and you put it on Archers. That's the thing. And ultimately, I'm going to be some sort of a Cav rally. And I have better Cav gear. So I kind of think I do put this on Cav. I think I put Boiling Blood on Cav, actually. I think I put the Boiling Blood on Cav. Yeah. I put the Boiling Blood on Cav. And then I put the Brutal on the Zoog. I live with the Brutal on the Zoog. Right? I live with the Brutal on the Zoog. It's not bad. It's fine. And we work on our Cav. We work on our Cav wedge set. Alright. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so we're gonna transmute 6 more of these Boiling Bloods. We're gonna lock the Cav health, and we're gonna try to do better. Wish me luck. Nope. 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 Let's keep going. Just give me Cav. Give me Cav here. Cav something. Just give me Cav something. Oh my gosh. Oh. Alright. I'm not gonna reset this, I don't think. Do I use a reset here? I mean, it's a little questionable to be even locking 2.6% of stats. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave with what I have. I might replace that later. All right, so now I'm gonna go to the cohesive. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. I just think. Yeah, Gosu's saying I would not have locked 2.6% health. That's sort of like, that's what I'm wondering about too. That's why I kind of want to just like leave that one alone for now. Whereas like on Cohesive, I know what I'm rolling on Cohesive. I know what I'm rolling. Now, am I going to use this thing forever? I'm not going to use it forever. Should I be using my stones on armaments that I use forever? Because if that's the case, then I would roll combo right now. I would literally just roll combo. Let me do that. Let me do that. Like, I don't even need to put this on Zoog. I can just... I'm going to roll combo. I'm rolling combo here. I'm not locking anything, and I'm rolling combo. Well, 2.6 is just, like, nowhere close to a max roll. It's, you know, 3.5 is the max roll. This is clean. This is, like, a clean choice combo. I mean, I don't think I keep any of those. I mean, I replace, but I don't lock. I don't think I lock here. I mean, this is already decent for archers, right? This is already 4.1% of stats, plus the, like, 10% you get from combo. But we're just going to keep rolling it, I guess. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Wow. So we could put this on Cav. I mean, we know for sure we're going to eventually have, like, 2 Cav wedge sets. So we could make this Cav. We could leave the Bellicose on the Zoog. Right? And you just keep the 3.1% Cav defense locked. And we just make this Cav. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, we can't predict the future. And, like, I'm not going to go wrong. I'm not going to go wrong building cavalry wedge armaments. I'm just not going to go wrong doing that. I'm just not going to go wrong building cavalry armaments, like wedge armaments. All right. I mean, that's... Yeah, okay. I mean... All right. I mean, this is a great armament at this point. At this point, this is a great cavalry armament. It's like, you know, 16% of stats. Lambo says if you spin around 3 times while patting your head with your right hand... Wait, let me read this slowly. If you spin around 3 times while patting your head with your right hand and rubbing your belly counterclockwise, like that, okay, with your left hand, you will have better luck. All right, be right back. Oh, okay. I did it more, Lambo, I did it more than 3 times. I don't know if that screws up the luck or not, but I don't want to slow down the stream more, but I spun around more than 3 times. I forgot that part. All right, let me just quickly look at my Justinian. Let me quickly look at my Justinian and what kind of an upgrade this is. We're getting rid of a purple. We're getting rid of a literal purple here. So this is a nice upgrade on the Justinian. It's a nice upgrade on the Justinian. I'm taking all my Zoog armaments and putting them on Justinian, which is... I admit that is rather scuffed. I admit that is rather scuffed. Here's the other thing, man. Here's the other thing. This is... Listen. See, there's a lot to think about here. Because here's the thing, right? I'm talking about using 30 stones on the friggin' cohesive arch formation. But the reality is I have a cohesive in the wedge formation. The difference is that this is not a clean transmute. Because I have 2% of stats in 2 slots. And so it's like, what do? Do you lock nothing? Like, that's the problem here, right? You don't really want to transmute this because it's just like, it's such a janky transmute situation. But I think it sort of deprioritizes my arch formation cohesive. Let me look at what Zoog is at. Let me look at where Zoog is now. Let me look at where Zug is now. He's got the Bellicose. Yeah, so Zug has the Bellicose, which we could upgrade. We could transmute the Brutal and we could transmute the Bellicose. But the Eclipsed is even nicer, man. The Eclipsed is nice. It's in a good slot. I would not upgrade. I would not transmute the Haste. So maybe the Eclipsed is where we go. Maybe Eclipsed is where we go next. The Boiling Blood is kind of dunny. It's kind of done. Counter or Haste, I'm not sure how I feel about. So they're talking about whether you would lock 2.6% cav health. Gozu's saying he would not lock it, and then I wasted 20 stones without improving anything. Because I mean, yeah, I mean, I think there's some merit to what Gosu's saying, because what I'm sort of noticing is like this was so clean. The combo was so clean once I got the 3.1%, and then I got a little bit of extra cav stuff on it, and like because transmutation stones are such a fixed asset, I'm very inclined to like not even use any more on this armament right now. I mean, I think it's close. I think it was close on that Boiling Blood or whatever it was, but yeah, let me show you one other thing. One second. I just want to show you my Nevsky. What I was thinking about rolling on the Nevsky. This is actually not clean. As I look at it now, this is not that clean. Because I have this 1.5% attack, which I would never lock. But then it's hard to really improve on it. You have to get like an insanely good roll to improve on it. So I'm thinking... And then let me look at the requital. Let me look at requital on Nevsky. This is also a little bit awkward. Kenny says you lock 2.6% health, especially if it's the bottom two slots. It's tough. Like a lot of these decisions are very close. And, you know, I'm pretty limited in my stones, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll... I'm either going to roll the Eclipse or I'm going to roll the Bellicose. I'm rolling either the Eclipse or the Bellicose here. I mean, I could roll the Brutal. I could roll the Brutal as well, but... Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to roll the Eclipsed. Because I think Eclipsed is quite good. 2% less skill damage of all types when you think about like AoE and stuff. And the fact that Zug gets targeted quite a bit. I'm going to not lock the attack for a few of these. For a few of these, I'm not going to lock the attack. One second. Let me just make sure what I have on Justinian. Let me just look at the Justinian real quick. What he has in this slot. Justinian has the cohesive here, so we don't really want to change the Justinian. So we're really looking for archers, but we're not opposed. Sorry guys, sorry. I got to look at a bunch of stuff. What does Scipio have here? Scipio has like a very... Scipio's is good. This is actually really good. This armament here is like already like 12% of stats, and it's just waiting for an inscription. Right? So we do really want archers on the Zug here, on the Eclipsed. So let's see what we can roll here. Okay, that's an upgrade. That's definitely an upgrade. And it makes it very clean. Now we have 3% defense, and we can just straight lock the defense. We can just lock the defense at 3%, and then we roll 3. We roll 3 here a few times. Nope. We're just looking for some archer. We're looking for a big archer roll here. We're looking for a big archer roll here. Nope. I might go through all these. I'm not sure. 1.7% health is not bad. I do have a lot of resets. Gosu is saying that the best thing is to do is roll one slot with 5 stones. I mean, that's a great situation to be in, but it's just hard to get there, right? Like, I don't have that. I don't think. I'm just going to roll one more of these, and then we're going to assess. All right, let me roll one more. Nope. All right. So, we're basically out of stones. We're going to get more tomorrow. I have tons of resets. Here's what I want to do, right? I have this list, right? I have this list. And I just want to go through some of these and see if, like, any of these things have, like, do any of them have 2 really good stats on them? Like, does Guan's cohesive? Actually, most of these are on somebody. Oh, this is, So I have a breaker here somewhere. Wait, when did I get this? Oh, yeah, I have this also. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Because this is for, like, a Yan garrison, but it's like I have destructive in that slot. Is this better than destructive? Does anybody want to argue that this is better than destructive? Battle ready. Anyway, I have a breaker here, so I have this. Wait. Yeah, so I mean, I have this breaker that I could, like, roll. But it's arch. I'm not inclined to, like, use my transmutation stones on arch open field shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what do I want to do here? Yeah, I just want to look. I'm just going to look really quick and see if any of these things have good stats, right? So, like, my Guan set. The cohesive. Yeah, like, this, like, again, is, like, very awkward. It's a very awkward reroll, this cohesive. This I wouldn't touch. And then I have this ward. Like, see, this would be good to roll. Like, this would actually be good to roll because it costs 3 stones, but it's very clean. And it's a very good, well, it's not amazing. This is not amazing, I guess. 5% less damage for 3 seconds. Is like 1.5% all damage. Is 3.75% of stats. It's not amazing. Yeah, so nothing great on Guan. Let me look at the XY really quick. Yeah, again, this is, like, not a clear... This is not clear to transmute this. And then Justinian. I'm just looking for something that has 2 good stats where I could roll 5 on it, but I just don't see it. I really just don't see it. Not with a good inscription. What do I have in Justinian? Oh, the cohesive. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. I'm looking at Warcraft for Scipio. What's Warcraft? Where did that go? Where did my Warcraft go? Warcraft. It says I have Warcraft. Oh, the Warcry, maybe? I guess it's Warcry, and I just spelled it wrong. All right, I think we're done. I think we're done with the armaments for now. We don't have any stones left. We got 4 left. I'm gonna just think about it later. I'm just gonna kind of figure out what I want to do later. Let's move on to gear now. Now we move on to gear. Oh, we got a good amount of viewers. I appreciate everybody hanging out for this very theory crafting heavy stream. I appreciate everyone sticking around. So we will do the thing that a lot of people consider quite exciting right now, which is we will forge the one piece of equipment we're going to forge. We're going to build the archer set gloves. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. It's been a while since we had an expertise or a crit. It's been a while since we had a crit. Eli got a crit on voice chat. Eli crit his KvK infantry weapon on Discord stream last Sunday. So I mean, if Eli can do it, then I can friggin' do it. This is the one piece we're crafting today. It's the one piece. It's like the second piece we've crafted in the year 2024. Life is hard in these ROK endgame streets. But here we go. With the archer gloves. Nope. Vanquisher bundle. We can buy it with the flux coins. That's good. All right, we'll put this on the Boudica. Or on the Zug, sorry. We'll put this on the Zug. Oh, we can inscribe it. We can inscribe it. Or iconic it, I mean. We still have some refines. We've got some refines that we're going to do. Now, here's the thing. And you guys can give me your feedback on it. I have 3 Hope Cloak. I have 3 Hope Cloaks. Hope Cloak blueprints. So I could potentially get to level 4 of Awaken. And that's going to be 1% damage to rallies and garrisons. So that's like 2.5% of stats when I have Gorgo down the road. But I mean, my and all this other stuff. Enemy attack ignored 1%, unit capacity boost, all on the Guan. Whereas if I expertise this thing, I will get 30% more stats? So I'll get like 3.6% of stats if I refine this thing and get it expertised. So call me crazy, but I think awakening this is better. Call me crazy, but I think awakening it is better than refining it. Right? Because it's not even guaranteed. Algebra says just bring it to level 2. Okay, I can buy that. I can buy going to just level 2. Okay. Yeah, because I'm really not going to be a garrison with the infantry. So yeah, I'll awaken it to level 2. I will awaken this to level 2, and then I'll refine. I'll refine from there. Yep, that's a good plan, Algebra. Yeah, Alsafa, I'm going for the full set. I just don't have the blueprints. I just literally do not have the blueprints. So we're awakening the Hope Cloak to level 2. And now we're going to go refine. Hopefully we get lucky. Here. Here we go. We need a little luck. We have not had great luck today. Let's get... We got it. We're due. So here we go. Refine time. Refine time with Brian Kuh. Ugh. All right. Might as well use the last one of these. The odds are terrible at this point, but... Yep. Nothing. 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 Alright. So let's see what we've gone through here. We probably did this in the wrong order. We probably should have awakened the Ring of Doom first. We probably should have done the Ring of Doom first to make sure we had enough materials, but I know we do. So. Alright, so we're gonna awaken the Ring of Doom. We're gonna get the Ring of Doom up to level 4, right? There's no excitement here, but I know this is what we need to do. I know we need to do this. There's just no reason not to. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. But we really didn't get anything. We got no. Oh, we still have the Eternal Night. We're still refining the Eternal Night. We're still refining the Eternal Night after this. All right, so tier 3 on the ring. Now the question is, do we do the ring to 4 or do we do the horn to 3? Which is kind of interesting, actually. But I might do some garrisoning. I might do some garrisoning in this KvK. So I'm going to go ahead and buy another Ring of Doom. I'm going to buy another Ring of Doom here. And we're going to awaken the Ring of Doom to tier 4. Yeah. Alright, so... we're making progress today. It's just not the... it's not the kind of progress we wanted to make. We didn't even upgrade our Jan Garrison armaments even once. You know. I'm drifting towards an open field player, being a casual open field player. Alright, so tier 4, Ring of Doom. Tier 4 Ring of Doom. Alright. And now, for our last trick, we will refine the Eternal Night. We're going to refine this once and see how it does. We're going to see if we get lucky here. We are going to see if we get lucky with the refine on the Eternal Night. Oh, nice! Nice. That is... hey, there we go. There we friggin' go. Brian's in the chat for the 100% refine on the Eternal Night. I mean, it's like the most boring item in the game because you get one every KvK, but we take it. We take it. We saved a lot of materials there, too. We saved a lot of materials with that. All right, very cool, very cool. All right, so our Eternal Night is going to be thick. Our Eternal Night is going to be thick. Because we're going to awaken the shit out of this thing as well. I mean, we've got the blueprints for it, so we might as well... Is this not iconic? Oh, anyway, whatever. Oh, iconic. Okay. Anyway, all right. We're gonna now awaken the Eternal Night. I guess we can get this up to level 4 here, tier 4. So it's gonna be a nice piece for the Guan, or for the Infantry March, which is Guan Scipio for now, but will be Lucci Scipio soon enough. Soon enough. Alright, so we had to wait a while, but that's some pretty good luck right there. The Eternal Night, which I've neglected for quite a while, now suddenly becomes one of my best pieces of equipment all of a sudden out of the blue. Simply because we have so many of the blueprints. 1.5% all damage on the map with that tier 4. That's a nice upgrade right there. Tier 4. So, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And, you know, you can see, yeah. Aziz was saying earlier that, you know, the Cav, or the Archer set is great, which I agree, it is great. The Archer set is great. It really is great. You get 5% health when you make it the 6-piece bonus. But you can just see that I'm not close. I'm just not close. Got 15 when I need 30. And truth be told, I don't know that I'll be using these choice chests. I guess I have to use it for the Archers first, but I mean, I also need Ash of the Dawn really badly. I need Ash of the Dawn really, really bad. Wait. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm on tier 2 with Ash of the Dawn, so I definitely need to upgrade this as well. But let's take a look at the Guan real quick. Let's take a look at the Guan and the infantry gear. The infantry gear is, you know, it's looking a little bit better. It's looking a little better. The Hope Cloak, unfortunately, is going to be stuck here for a while. I don't see myself getting a ton of Hope Cloak blueprints anytime soon. The Hope Cloak might be stuck here at 50% for a while. It is what it is. My first piece of expertised infantry gear. My first piece of non-cavalry expertised gear. So we're making progress. We're making slow progress. So, yeah. All right. I mean, I don't know. I guess I feel... I'm going to get more stones tomorrow so I can, like, do a little bit more with this. I mean, this turned out to be decent. The combo turned out to be decent, actually. I don't remember what else I rolled that was any good, but... Anyway. Let me go ahead and go over this KvK with everybody. For those who don't know the matchup. The map is going to be top versus bottom. It's going to be top versus bottom. So it's going to be Daybreak over here. Greenwood here in the middle. That's us with our allies. 28-36. And then in Water's down here, and Water is sort of considered the strongest camp on our side. It consists of 1824 and 1900. Let me see if I can find a visual of this KvK. Yeah, if anybody in my alliance does have a visual handy of this of the matchup, go ahead and share it in like alliance chat or something. Oh, here we go. I got it. That was easy. I mean, this is not like a great map. Let me just... Yeah, I'm just going to sort of zoom in here on... Hopefully this looks okay-ish. Yeah, so here's the matchup here at the bottom of the screen. You know, Fire is obviously the big boys. That's 2268. They've got 1.4 trillion KP. Water, on the other hand, has pretty much 1.4 trillion KP. And then on the second tier, Greenwood and Wind, we also have pretty similar KP. They do have more power than us. It's worth noting that they have significantly more power than us in Wind. And I will say that Wind has been a lot more active in this KvK from an honor points perspective than Greenwood has. Their coalition is about 2 million points ahead of us, and their camp is 3 million honor points ahead of us. So, you know, I was very confident about this KvK about a week ago, before I learned that even if Wind Camp loses in Tiris, the Water Camp, as well as with our help, which they are expected to lose in Tiris, but even if they lose in Tiris, they will still be able to get to Kingsland by sort of going through these other passes. I guess they're going to get access to, you know, they're going to get access to these level 8 passes before Kingsland opens. I'm not exactly sure how it's... I guess they're going to come in from over here, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. So, like, basically, Wind Camp can't get locked in. Wind Camp will not be locked in. And so, therefore, they will be able to enter Kingsland through Gummer, assuming we lose Gummer to 2268. No, Isaac, this is Sword of Stratagems. It's Sword of Stratagems, yeah. And so it feels to me like a very fair fight, right? I think that's what I would say. I think it's a very fair fight. I think we basically know what to expect from 2268. You know, they have a lot of whales. They're very experienced, and so... And I think the 2268 leadership has proven to be solid. Solid at worst and very good at best. So I think we kind of know what to expect and what level of production we're going to get from 2268. I will point out about 2268 that they have had some players migrate out during this KvK. Before the fighting has started, and during this KvK, roughly 1.8 billion power has migrated out of 2268, and about 122 billion KP. So we can look at how much KP SV68 has. Yeah, SV68 has... I mean, they're basically a one alliance kingdom. Like, that's the crazy thing, is that 2268 is really just a one alliance kingdom, and they're going to fight at least 4 alliances in the next zone. They're going to fight 4 kingdoms in the next zone. So they have 1 trillion KP. They've lost about 10% of their KP since this KvK started. They have had some real players migrate out. I think Frosty from formerly of 1254 would probably be the biggest name player who has migrated out. I don't know the story behind any of that. It looks like a lot of players, like former TR players, not a lot, but a few former Temple Run players have migrated out of 2268 during the KvK. So, I mean, that's interesting, right? I mean, that's interesting. But I do think that we know what to expect from 2268. And I was listening to Plato's stream the other day, and Black Panther was on with Plato talking. They were spectating another KvK. But I could tell that they were both on their game, right? And, you know, I think that Panther and Plato, you know, provide value in different ways for their kingdom. But, you know, Panther was he was very attuned to things that were happening in ROK as a whole. He, like, had a lot of information about other alliances and, you know, other kingdoms, whether other kingdoms are getting stronger or getting weaker. So Panther seemed on his game. And Plato was very sharp about the meta, about, you know, the state of fighting, the state of open field. And I could just tell that they were both on their game, right? I could tell that they're both sort of, you know, ready to go for this war. So, I mean, I think we kind of know what to expect from 2268. They're going to be good. I think they're going to be good, right? I think they're going to be good. I think the question marks really are 166. Let me show you these guys. 166. Very old kingdom. 1166. It looks like they've won, you know, it looks like they win about 50% of their KvKs. A lot of heroic anthems, though. A lot of heroic anthems. Both of their stars are from heroic anthem, and they're from a couple years ago. So, you know, they have a lot of KP. 1166 has a lot of KP. You know, they have about 500 billion KP. They've done well in Arc. They've won KvKs before, and they're active. They're active so far in this KvK. The question is, are these guys a good kingdom, or are they, you know, a really, really strong fighting kingdom with like excellent leadership, excellent teamwork? They try really hard. Like, I don't know exactly what level 166 is at, and I think that makes a very big difference in this KvK. A very, very big difference, because 2268 does need support. They can't do this alone. And I think this camp here, Earth, I think Earth camp seems like really casual. They seem really, really casual, right? So 2268 has to get support from Wind camp. And the question is simply how high of quality is that support going to be? At the same time, I think that 770 is also a question mark. I think we're a question mark. Like, we're a question mark to me. Like, I don't know how good we are, in all honesty. The last time we had a big war where we performed quite well, we were a 2 alliance kingdom. Now we're a 1 alliance kingdom. Aziz says, I think 166 were together with 2268 in the same camp last KvK. Yeah, you know, Aziz, I know that 2268 had a very interesting KvK last time, where I think they fought against like 2429 maybe, either 2429 or against Buzz Kingdom. I forget which, but I know they had a very interesting KvK, and that war occurred at a time when I was not playing the game. I was not paying attention, and so I really didn't. I don't know anything that happened in that KvK, and I think I would have a better read on both kingdoms if I had watched that KvK, but I just didn't watch it, so I just don't have that read. But I think that 770 is a question mark as well. We've gone from 2 alliances down to 1. We have lost some very good Korean players. You know, we lost Benny. Benny retired and no longer plays, and Benny was literally our best player. You know, he was not our best leader. We still have Adinabo. Adinabo and Captain are still the leaders, but Benny was our best player. He was our best fighter. You know, he was like our #1 contributor in many, many KvKs, and he did some leadership. So Benny has left. I am way more casual than I used to be. I am not the type of leader that I used to be. And we've also lost some other players. We've lost, you know, a number of Korean players. Our Korean presence is much smaller than it used to be. And so I think there are some question marks about 770 in terms of, are we still this highly efficient, borderline elite A kingdom? Or are we just a, you know, above average A kingdom, right? And I think that remains to be seen. Like, I don't even know the answer to that, quite frankly. In Water Camp, I think there are some question marks and there are some sure things. Everyone seems to say that 1900, which is a Korean kingdom, everyone seems to say that this kingdom is very, very good. I mean, they have 6 stars, right? They have 6 stars. They won Tides of War a couple months ago. Let me look at their KP real quick. Yeah, I mean, 1900, they're like a B kingdom. They're a B kingdom with, you know, 630 billion KP, right? Oh, Aziz, you were in 774. Yeah, your name is very familiar, Aziz, and I think I know you. I don't remember if you were the I can't remember if you were one of the main leaders of 74 or not, but I certainly remember your name, and I think maybe you were the main leader there. So yeah, shout out to you, Aziz, and shout out to 1774. Still some of our best allies that we've had, and also really tough enemies. But yeah, so 1900 is like very, very strong. But I think 1824, like, I'm not quite sure how good 1824 is. Like, they have 4 stars. They beat us in the last KvK. But I don't know that 1824 has had a really tough war recently. I think it's been a while since 1824 has had a tough war. And so for that reason, I think there are some question marks with them where it's like, again, we know they're going to be solid. We know they're going to be good. We know they're going to be good. But, you know, if the enemy if the enemy tries very hard and takes us into the deep water, there's a question mark about how far some of these kingdoms are willing to swim. I mean, Daybreak is a young camp, or they have one very, very young kingdom, and then they have 2250, which is a bit older. But, you know, 2250 doesn't have any stars. And kill point wise, you know, they have 200 billion. And then their allies in 3125. You know, they're like very new to Season of Conquest, right? They're very, very new to Season of Conquest. So if the enemy is tough, if they're like genuinely a very tough opponent, then there's just a question mark about how many alliances we have in our KvK that are willing to really put up a long fight against a tough opponent. And I think we're very capable of doing it, but as I'm trying to articulate here, I think there are just a lot of question marks. There are a lot of question marks. It's like, it's not a KvK that you can just predict. You know, if you knew these kingdoms very well, if you knew 2268 and 166 very well, then maybe you could predict the outcome. But like I think that for like 770 and for 1824, like we genuinely just like don't know how strong we are, because it's just been like so long since we had a tough fight that we just don't know like where we're at. So I think it's going to be a very interesting KvK. I think it'll be a very interesting one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm unfortunately going to be very, very busy next week with work, so I'm not going to be able to play a ton, unfortunately. But I'm just going to, you know, try to get my work done very quickly and not sleep very much, and, you know, be there as often as I can to help out. But I mean, I think we're in good shape, right? I think leadership wise, we're in good shape. You know, I've stepped back, but you know, players like Nolar have stepped up. Algebra is certainly capable of being a leader. And then where's Uni? Well, anyway, Uni is also like a very, very good leader as well. And on the Korean side, we have people like Captain and Tyr and Hanmano. I mean, Hanmano returned to our kingdom, right? Hanmano was in 1v, but he came back to 770. So Hanmano came back, White Castle came back, I came back, Natsu came back, Max came back. Max is another leader. Steba came back. So we've had some people come back, you know? And the One Alliance thing is working out for us. It's working out fine. But, you know, we still have to go out there and perform at the level that we used to perform at, because it's been a minute since we've done that. Ghostu says, destroy 2268, please. But yeah, they got many Krakens. Yeah, they have a lot of Krakens. I mean, it's a lot of power to go through. This is a lot of power to go through. And, you know, the longer a war goes, the more of an impact Krakens have, right? And so that's, you know, that's the thing, right? Like, I sort of thought that we would have a big advantage in Kingsland because I thought maybe 166 couldn't get in, but they will be able to get into Kingsland. I mean, we have certain advantages in a long war that I'm not going to articulate. I do think there's certain things in a long war that we have the advantage on, but them having a bunch of whales, a bunch of like, you're right, they're Krakens. They're not whales, they're Krakens. You know, them having a bunch of Krakens is it's just really hard to say how to deal with this. Like, I don't, you just don't know. You don't know for sure that you can deal with this. Although we have certainly fought a lot of, we've certainly fought Krakens in the past, and you know, at the end of the day, sometimes they beat us and sometimes we lose to them. I mean, but it's not that many. Like, here's the thing, right? It's not that many of them. Like, okay, they do have all these Krakens, right? They have literally 6 players with over 20 billion KP, right? But like, once you scroll down like a little bit, once you just scroll down a little bit, all of a sudden in like 17th place is Alloys. Like, after their Kraken crew, their next biggest, and then this player Zavi and War Mama Trauma. But so War Mama Trauma is quite big also, right? But like, so once you get past like their half dozen or so Krakens, you just get to like a pretty normal player in Alloys, right? Like Alloys, he's 100 million power. You know, he used to be in 1365, but he's not like a Kraken, right? Alloys is not a Kraken, right? He's not a Kraken. I mean, you get to Cortex. Cortex, I don't even know how much Cortex plays at this point, right? I mean, and then you have Farmer, only Farmer, right? Like, I mean, only Farmer's not a whale. Only Farmer's not a whale. So it's like, once you get through the Krakens, like, you know, these words are going to be used against me and everything. But like, once you get past the Krakens, they're not that scary. They're not that scary after the Krakens. You know, Plato is not a whale. Plato is a super, super productive player. He's a super productive player, but he doesn't have endless speed ups. He may or may not have endless resources, but he doesn't have endless speed ups. I mean, they have a lot of power. It's a lot of power to get through. It is. It is a lot of power to get through, but it's one alliance. It's one alliance. You know what I mean? It's one alliance. Yeah, they're bottomless in troops. They are bottomless in troops. It's true. It is true that they are bottomless in troops. I'm not inclined to say too much more about this because I feel like I'm getting into the realm of giving my opponents information about how we're thinking of things. So I'm probably not going to say too much more about it. I have certainly gotten some good info from the YouTube creators in 2268. I don't want to say what information I've gotten, but I've gotten like a good gauge. I've gotten a good gauge of a certain part of where they're at. They've given me a measuring stick. They've given me a measuring stick that I've passed on to my team. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's going to be a very good war. As far as I know, it's been friendly. I don't think there's been, like, I've not heard of any trash talking in LKC. I'm sure things will get much more heated once we start fighting. But I think, you know, I think a good guidepost to this whole thing is just that, you know, I've been someone who has watched Chisgul make ROK content since the game started, right? I watched Chisgul's videos the day they released back in his original kingdom when, you know, he was fighting against another alliance when, like, Marv tried to take over the temple or whatever, and he was like, he would wake up in the middle of the night and, like, be all stressed out. You know, I've been watching Chisgul for a very, very long time in this game. And, you know, some people say good things about Chisgul, some people say bad things about him. I learn a lot from him. And I think one thing that you have to say about Chisgul is that he has set a very, standard of integrity in this game that has really set a great tone for the game. It's not to say that there's not a ton of trash talk. It's not to say that there's not a lot of toxicity in some LKCs. But the reality is Chisgul has kept it polite and classy from day one, right? I mean, when he was fighting that group Marv, right, in his home kingdom, or in his original kingdom, he basically took the high ground against that group the whole time. And even after his alliance beat Marv, he took steps to, you know, sort of reintegrate Marv into the kingdom. And he's just kind of like kept it non-toxic the whole time in this game. Like he's never been toxic in this game. And I think that's probably affected the community in a very positive way. And, you know, not to say that I don't trash talk, but, you know, I try to be at least respectful enough to my opponents that we can eventually have a good back and forth. Like, you know, there was some toxicity in our last war against 1393 and 2271, but like by the end of it, we had like very, very good discussions in my YouTube channel about that war. You know, I thought the breakdown of things that I did with 2271 once that war was over was really, really good content. You know, it was a real assessment of one of the better wars in modern Rise of Kingdoms. And so I'm not saying I'm like the most classy person ever, but I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm like a pretty nice guy, and I don't really talk too much trash in LKC or anything. You know, I'm an honest person, so like being honest can sometimes make you a bit toxic. But you know, I think we can just have a very respectful KvK, a very good fight. We don't know how it's going to turn out, but there's like so many YouTubers in this KvK that we can discuss things from both sides. We can provide insights to the community. And at the end of the day, there just aren't that many opportunities to do that. Like there aren't that many great English-speaking kingdoms in this game that fight at the highest level. And so there's not that many opportunities to get, you know, both sides of a high-level war discussing what is going on and also doing a sort of after-action report on it. You know, 1093 is the best kingdom in the game, but we don't really know, you know, you don't really know much about 1093. You don't know how they approach war. You don't know like what were the key moments in their biggest victories, because they don't really have YouTube content creators in that kingdom to tell those stories. In this war here, we have players in multiple kingdoms who are able to tell those stories. And, you know, that's always, you know, that's basically the best content that there is in this game, right? In my opinion. In my opinion, the best content in this game is telling the stories and doing the analysis of the most recent wars that have just occurred. Because you get to figure out what the meta is. You get to see what the meta is. You get to see what the game mechanics are like. I mean, I know there's been changes to like forts, right? Like, I forget. I know there's been changes to forts where like you can't build a fort on the same bit of land where there already is one fort. So there's been like, you know, there's been like some meta changes to ROK that I'm just like not on top of. And there's also some meta stuff in this KvK that's interesting. Like you can like join your own rallies with multiple troops. You can join your own rallies with multiple troops. I don't know if there's an example of it in any of these rallies, but yeah, so this guy here, right? There's like a stratagem. So you can join a rally with your own farms. I think this is how it works. You can join with like your own farms, and then you get bonus damage. I'll be honest, I don't know exactly how the mechanic works, but it's something like that. It's something like that. Like you can boost your own rally by having your own farms join the rally, I think. And this is also a KvK where you can launch, where counter rallies will launch as soon as they fill up. You don't have to wait 5 minutes for a counter rally. the counter rally will launch as soon as you fill the rally, right? So the counter rallies are very, very fast in this KvK. It's also an artifact KvK. Shout out to Algebro. Shout out to Algebro, who I think part of why he likes YouTube, ROK YouTube content is because it gives him something to watch while he's chaining barbs. Because even though Algebro is a big ass whale, he does chain a lot of barbs. And believe me when I say that it is him chaining those barbs. It's nobody else. It's him chaining the barbs. Because we do have some very big... we have like a crazy mix of like YouTubers. Like Taki's a YouTuber. Plato's a YouTuber. We have a big mix of like YouTubers and giant whales in the top 10 of honor grinding. Panther's an 11th. See, my read, I didn't notice that Panther was that high, but my read of Plato and Panther both being very on their game is accurate because they're literally in 10th and 11th place in honor. But you got War Daddy Chadsky in first. I assume that Chadsky is gonna go very hard in the paint in this KvK. I'm expecting Chadsky to go very, very hard in the paint. My guess is that this is a very important KvK for 2268. They just had SW migrate in, and so they want to get off to a good start for sure. I think they probably registered for this stratagems hoping to have an easy KvK. They probably, like us, they need to get a win. They need to get an autarch. They need to get their players an additional hunter inscription. So I imagine they were expecting a bit of a easy KvK when they registered for stratagems. But I don't think it's going to be easy, and I think they realize that. But I think because this is an important war for them, some of their players are going to go very hard in the paint. Very, very hard in the paint. I imagine we'll get to watch many sleep-deprived Chisgul videos as well. Isaac says Chadsky seems like a cool dude. Yeah, definitely. He's, you know... I think Chisgul's streams are definitely better when he has other people on voice with him. You know, we certainly... I think people like Ruz and... people like Ruz are sort of missed from Chisgul's streams. Vortex doesn't seem to jump on the streams as much anymore as well. If you guys have been watching Chisgul's videos lately, he's been like very nostalgic. He made like back-to-back nostalgic videos where he was like... well, he was talking about how he doesn't really talk. He's like a ghost. He's a ghost in the in Alliance chat. And I don't know if I can't remember if he said anything about this or not, but certainly like Chisgul used to have like a big group of people who he would like do stuff with in game. Like they used to have like the 4 Horsemen and stuff, and you know, they would do stuff like Soroli Crisis together. You know, there would be like several of them on voice, and they would do stuff like Soroli together. And I think Chisgul's... it seems to me like Chisgul's friend group has kind of shrunk in the game a little bit. And I think when Chisgul was reacting to Shinshi's video, what he basically said was, if you want to keep playing this game, you really need to... You basically need your friends to keep playing. Which I think is very, very, very true. Very true. You know, obviously if you're like a content creator like Chisgul, who does this full time, you got to keep playing anyway. You know, even if all your friends quit, you still keep playing and you make new friends and stuff like that. But I was like watching those videos. I was watching Shinshi's video, and I was watching Chisgul's sort of react video to it, and I was like, you know, my friends are still playing this game. Like, it's actually pretty cool that like I still have basically all, you know, most of my friends who I've been friends with for a long time are all still playing. Some of them play like less than they used to, but a lot of them still play just as much, right? You know, like Addy is still super dedicated to this game. Eli is still very dedicated to this game. I don't want to name like too many people, but I mean like Barney still plays, Algebra still plays, Mattboss still plays, like, you know, Proscliff, Mag, and Jan still play. Like these players who I've been gaming with for a long time now, they all still play. You know, they all still play. Shiv and Aurora still play. You know, Sibeli plays less, but she still plays. Cherry Robbins still plays. Like Sonya still plays. Like I have a lot of friends who still play this game, where we like play Arc together every couple weeks. So I feel very lucky that that's the case. Very lucky that that's the case. And of course I have, you know, the YouTube community as well. Which, you know, is also like, I definitely, that's like another like community that I feel close to as well. It's kind of a bummer that I didn't stream for so long and I kind of lost that Friday night routine. I feel like my stream became a Friday night routine for some people, like Alloys and like TJ Mitten. I don't know if TJ Mitten is in this. I forget if it's TJ Mitten or TJ Milton, but I don't know if TJ Milton is in this KvK or not. I know he was in 2605, so I kind of assume he migrated. Yeah, also, but still good to see a lot of familiar faces in here. Ghost has been hanging out a lot lately. Isaac, I appreciate the membership. You know, Lambo, Only Farmer, what were in here earlier. Some new faces as well. And of course, my alliance mates like Matt Ba and Seba. And Algebro. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel good that the... Honestly, I feel very good about these numbers on my return stream. At kind of a weird time. We definitely had some good viewership the whole time. I feel like the new microphone is already showing its value by keeping people connected for a bit longer than normal. You know, I am grinding a decent amount of bar. I mean, I'm doing some decent amount of barb chaining. I've also been doing forts. I've been doing a lot of forts because I just jump on my alts. You know, I got 2 farms in this. I have 2 farms in the Lost Kingdom, so I just like jump on my 2 farms on my phone and join my own rallies. And basically what happens is once I start doing forts and people see that I'm filling with my farms, then other people start doing forts as well. And we basically get like, you know, we get a bunch of forts going, which is like insanely useful. Like if you're in a kingdom, and you want to improve, how many speed ups you have, you want to improve how many resources you have. Just, man, run forts in Lost Kingdom. Just run forts as often as you can in Lost Kingdom. Join with your farms. Join your teammates' rallies. It's just such an easy way. It's such a robotic way to add value to your productivity. Like I just jump on my farms, you know. I just use my phone. And just, you know, build my own rallies. And like while I'm there, I will join other people's rallies as well. Like here's Gimme's rally. My 2 farms are in this one too, you know. Which, if I'm not wrong, you get as many resources from... Yeah, you get 1.5 million resources from a fort. So doing a fort on your farm is equivalent to gathering an entire resource tile. Which one do you think takes longer? Gathering a resource tile or joining a fort rally? It's definitely the fort rally. Or the fort rally takes less time. So I've been doing a bit of that. I've been doing a decent amount of that. I'm just getting the time in, grinding when I can. It's not like it used to be, but I'm still playing. I'm still trying to be productive. And, you know, feeling pretty good about it. Is ROK the greatest way to spend your time? No, it's not the greatest way to spend your time, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. And it does take my mind off all the degenerate activities that I do. I haven't even looked to see how my NBA bets are doing in this one game we're playing. Let me look real quick. All right, so Karl Anthony Towns, I bet under on his rebounds and assists. He's going under. Jaden McDaniels is definitely a loss. Glad I didn't bet more of him. Jamal Murray got 0 blocks, which I bet on. Reggie Jackson went over. Peyton Watson went... I missed Peyton Watson. Anthony Edwards, I missed on that one. What else did I have? Nikhil Anderson, I think I lost. I feel like I did not great. I feel like I did not great at my bets today, but that's all right. Sorry about that. I think we'll wrap up this stream here in a few minutes. Kind of running out of things to say. We've been going at it for about 2.5 hours. Algebra says if Gobert doesn't get another... I call him Gobert. If Gobert doesn't get another rebound, I'll be up good. Oops, we don't want that. Yeah, I need to look at my bets. I honestly forgot what I bet. So basically... Well, I'm not gonna get into the crypto stuff, but I've been grinding the crypto streets like really hard lately. I've been grinding a lot of different games in the crypto streets. There's literally like there's this platform, this brand new platform where basically you buy cards of crypto people's Twitter accounts. And like the tournaments and the scoring are based on how many tweets these crypto Twitter personalities make. And how, here, I'll show it to you guys. I don't care. You guys will see how much money I have on there, but I don't care. Yeah, so this is Fantasy Top. It's like this brand new platform. Yeah, I guess you guys won't see that much. Okay, so what did I win? I didn't win that much. Oh, I didn't win shit for this. I won no gold. I won no blessed gold. Yeah, so a tournament just ended. Like, a tournament ended today. And I guess I get, like, a little bit of stuff. Like, not much. I really didn't get much. But, you know, basically, like, oh, I gotta claim this, I guess. Alright, that's fine. I guess I got stars. I guess that's good. So basically, you build a team of, like, crypto Twitter accounts, right? It's like this dude Moon Overlord is like this hilarious dude. Zenika's another influencer. You just build these teams. Like you have to buy the cards off the marketplace. And so like you just build a team of like influencers, a 5-person team of influencers. And then you join these tournaments. You join these friggin' tournaments. And your scoring is based on their tweets, like how good they do in tweets. And it seems stupid, right? It seems stupid. But the thing about it is it's on this platform called Blast, which is like this brand new network. It's an Ethereum layer 2 called Blast. And they give you they give you a ton of incentives to use these different apps. So the point of the game is not necessarily to make a profit. The point of the game is to like break even or just lose a little or just win a little. But then because you're being active on the platform, you're getting Blast Gold. And the gold will eventually be converted to an airdrop and you'll get a token that'll be worth like quite a bit of money, right? So it's just like it's a very cool incentive structure. It's like it's giving people a reason to participate in these platforms other than because it's fun or because they're going to like directly make money. Like on the daily fantasy sports platform that I use, you don't have to turn a profit. You literally do not have to turn a profit. If you break even or even just lose slightly, you're going to make a ton of money on the airdrop down the road. So it allows people like me to be like super aggressive and make like a bunch of bets that aren't even profitable. They're not even profitable bets. They're just like break even bets. But because the incentives are so good, they're profitable in the long run. And, you know, that's like pretty damn fun. It's like honestly like really fun. It's just a game. It's just like crypto is just one big game. And it's a very long-term, slow game, just like Rise of Kingdoms. And that's probably why I'm good at both of them. Join Rally. All right. I'll join Rally. I will join Rally. I will join Rally. Let me jump in this other dude's rally on my farm. Here we go. Video games. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, video games. Hope you're doing well. Did Aaron Gordon... Oh, wait, I lost that bet anyway. I did not do good. I did not do good betting today. I did not do good betting. Did Conley do good? Okay, Conley won. My Conley bet won. The Braun bet lost. Did Jamal Murray have a bad game? Where's Murray? Okay. Okay, I did okay on bets. I did okay. Yeah, so I mean, basically, I made about 8 or 9 sports bets on today's Nuggets Timberwolves game, right? I made 8 or 9 bets. I broke even. I did not win money or lose money. But because I broke even, that's a great day. It's a great day. I actually made a lot of money. That money's not going to land in my wallet tomorrow, but it will come to me down the road in the form of an airdrop. Algebra gets rivered when Rudy Gobert gets a rebound with 20 seconds left. Algebra, you know how like last Sunday I told you about that site that gives really good sports betting props? And how I was describing how they were having a monster season? Let me scroll back and tell you what their record was since last Sunday. So last Sunday was the 28th, right? All right, not counting Sunday. They did good on Sunday, but anyway, not counting Sunday, they are this is so filthy. They're 3-0, 4-1, 6-4, 10-4, 13-4. Yeah, they're 13-4. Since last Sunday, that service is 13-4 on bets. They've won 7 in a row coming into today. And wait, wait a minute. Am I an idiot? Did I lose this bet? Oh, I lost the Karl Anthony Towns bet. I actually got wrecked today. Sorry, I got wrecked today. Oh well. Yeah, I recommended this betting service to Algebra a week ago, and they're 13-5 since then. I do encourage everyone to get up early tomorrow to watch coverage of the Osiris League. Me and Plata will be doing that coverage. The matches are going to be... we're going to cast Mimi versus 93L early on. Let me actually look at that match. I haven't scouted that match out yet. Mimi against 93L. All right, so Mimi won last... Mimi has a huge amount of power. Huge amount of power. And they literally have not fought anyone who gave them a remote fight so far. They fought CB in the first week, and CB scored 13k. But I mean, Mimi has a monster amount of power. And they're going to be going up against 93L. Which doesn't have much power, but they did very good in Osiris League last season. I remember these guys being one of the top teams from 1093. I think they might have been like the number 2 team from 1093. So that's an incredibly interesting match. Very interesting match here. 93L has had a lot of close wins, which kind of makes me think Mimi is the favorite, just because their power is like literally twice as big. But I mean, power is not that important in Osiris League, because you just heal. And then that match is going to be at 15 UTC. At 19 UTC, we're casting DVL against 60MX. And this will be a very interesting match as well. This is going to be a super duper important match, right? Like, the thing about the first match, in the first match, you know, both of these teams are going to advance to the next round, most likely. I mean, Mimi might lose. If Mimi loses this match, then they could potentially lose to CN21, because CN21 actually played 93L very close. But like over here in this match here, 60MX versus DVL. DVL lost a very close match to 1EE8 last week, like very close. 1EE8 actually won just because they did 4k more gathering than DVL did. And 60MX won last week. I casted this match last week, their match. But the thing is, like, if DVL is better than 60MX, then 60MX is in deep trouble in this pool. Because if 60MX can't beat DVL, then they probably can't beat Evil Empire either. And that means that they are not going to advance out of the group. Because this is the group of death right here. This is the absolute group of death. And so, like, if DVL loses, they're out. If DVL loses, they're out. And if 60MX loses, they're probably out. So this is a huge match right here. DVL versus 60MX is going to be a huge match. And Plato and I will be casting that at 19 UTC tomorrow. So definitely tune in for that. I forgot to bet, which is egregious. As a caster, as an Osiris League caster, it is egregious that I forgot to bet this week. Looks like Mimi is a small favorite here. And then for DVL, who do I think is going to win between DVL and 60MX? Who do I think is going to win without looking at the odds? Who do I think is going to win, 60MX or DVL? Wow. I don't know. I feel like 1EE. I feel like 1EE is like a very good arc team. I've heard that they're very good. I feel like they practice arcs sometimes. I'm not sure who they practice with, but I feel like they've practiced before. Or like I've like heard a comment somewhere that intimated that they get a lot of practice in or whatever. I feel like 1EE is like very good. And so I'm actually going to pick DVL. I actually think DVL is going to beat 60MX. That's going to be my prediction. It looks like it's dead even. Looks like this bet is dead even. Maybe 6TMX is a tiny favorite. But like, yeah, DVL has a lot more power, a lot more power, and they honestly performed very well last week against 1EE8. I don't know, super interesting match, matchups this week. I'm really looking forward to watching them, and you know, I feel confident with the microphone. You know, people are saying the microphone's good. It sounded good to me yesterday. So, you know, as far as my performance on the broadcast goes, I think I just need to just be a normal human being and provide analysis of something that I know a lot about. I'll try and I will do my best to not interrupt Plato. I will do my best not to veer off topic and give him a bad, you know, give him a bad segue into what he wants to talk about next. And yeah, I think that's the goal. Just be a normal human being. Aziz thinks 6TMX is going to win. It's possible. I might be overvaluing 1EE, and I might be undervaluing 6TMX. I might be. 6TMX was very strong mid. Video game says still can't play ROK actively for another 2 months. Marine infantry training. Nice, dude. So you're video games was the last time I was active on YouTube, video games was very close to joining the Marines. He's now in the Marines doing infantry training. Yeah, pretty wild, video games. Best of luck with all that. I'm sure you're getting in incredible shape and learning a lot of discipline. I'm sure it's a very different experience than sitting at home like I do and playing computer games all day and being a degenerate gambler on crypto. You're experiencing something very different. You definitely have to wake up early. You definitely have to engage in a lot of physical activity, and you definitely have a boss. You know, you definitely have a lot of bosses in the military. So I wish you the best of luck with that. It's not my speed, but it can certainly make you a much better person. And you know, when I look back on my life, I think I should have challenged myself more. I think I should have gone through more hard experiences. I think it would have made me a better man, a tougher man, and a more you know, capable man, you know, capable of performing at a higher level. So I wish I had challenged myself a bit more, or I wish I had been in situations where others challenged me more. So I give you a lot of credit, video games, for what you're doing. He says, shit's cool, but it's slowly getting harder. I have a 15K ruck on Monday with a 60-pound pack. Bro, I need to exercise. I was exercising so well in April. Like, April, I had, like, no work, and I was just, like, we were in the home kingdom in ROK. I think I exercised, like, 7 or 8 times in April. I mean, I know that's not a ton. I know exercising 7 or 8 times is not a ton, but for me, that's a lot. And so I was, like, doing pretty good in April, but I've been slacking off lately. I've been slacking off on the exercise lately. But I need to get back to it. It's so good. I mean, exercising is just such a cheat. It's such a life hack. It makes you mentally, it makes you happier. Like, if you exercise in the morning, you literally will be happier for the entire day. It makes you more mentally sharp for that day. And it gives you, you know, and it puts years on your life. It makes you look better. It makes you, you know, look more physically fit, which gives you more confidence. And it literally puts years on your life. If you exercise regularly, you literally will live for years longer. It's like the best thing you can do for your health is to exercise on a regular basis. Video game says I eat pizza every weekend. See that? So for me, like, this is the thing that I have done very well in my adult life. I have not been all that physically active in my adult life. I exercise sporadically, but the thing that I do very well is I eat healthy. I've always eaten very healthy. And the reason I eat healthy is because I cook my own meals. You know, The best thing I've done for my health in my life is just be a cheapskate and cook my own meals. I don't eat out very much. I hardly ever get fast food. And I just I prepare my own meals, and I just think for whatever reason, I think that just makes you eat more healthy. I don't eat that healthy. Like, I don't cook super healthy meals. I eat like a ton of white rice. I eat a ton of mashed potatoes. I eat a decent amount of red meat, like whether it's hamburgers or steaks. I eat a decent amount of red meat, like once or twice a week. I eat a lot of fish, though. I eat like a ton of fish. I eat fish probably like 5 or 6 nights a week. And I eat like a lot of fruit in the morning. And I've cut out most sugar. Like I don't, I don't like ever have like, I have very, very small desserts like once a day. But if you want some life advice from someone who's made a lot of mistakes, but is, I'm in good shape for my age. I look younger than I am. Like, cook your own meals. Learn how to cook. Go to the grocery store every week and cook your own friggin' meals. That's a really good way to make your life better. And you save a ton of money too. Rustnout says, damn straight, lost 100 pounds in a year, just quit eating BS. Yep. And cut out like soda, man. Like soda's like really, soda is one that's a somewhat easy thing to quit. Yeah, if you just like cut out sugar and cut out if you cut out soda and you cut out like sweets, like stop buying ice cream at the grocery store, stop buying cookies, just, have a very, very small amount of sugar after dinner or something like that, or have sugar with as in the fruit you eat. Like, it's so strong. I mean, Russ literally lost 100 pounds in a year by just changing his diet, right? And you just sort of like when you cook your own meals and stuff, like you just in a weird way you sort of become like less dependent on society, if that makes any sense. Like when you think about like inflation and how inflation is affecting regular people, a lot of inflation comes from eating out. First of all, that's where a lot of inflation comes from, is from eating out. Those costs have gone way up. Another big part of inflation is, rising gas prices and rising car insurance rates, right? But like for me, I don't drive that much because I just go to the grocery store once a week. I buy a bunch of food and then I cook all my meals at home. So like I'm not going out every single day and driving to some restaurant to get food. So like I'm cutting down on how much gas I'm cutting down on the gas I use. And I'm cutting down on the probability of getting in an accident where my insurance rates are going to rise. And so like and you're healthier, and like you're healthier, so you're like spending less on healthcare. Like I have not had to pay a large healthcare bill in over 15 years, right? Like I have health insurance now, but for over a decade I didn't even have health insurance. I've had health insurance for like 3 years. I've never once used it. I haven't used it for a single friggin' thing. And so it's like, the way that society gouges you, there's ways to like avoid that. You can just avoid that. Like, I don't get gouged by high gas prices. I don't get gouged by high car insurance. I don't get gouged by high health insurance. I don't get gouged by restaurants that are overcharging. I don't get none of that stuff. I don't get gouged by any of that stuff. And so like, I just kind of feel like society has less of a grip on me than it has on a lot of other people. All just because I sit here all day and all because I'm just like a mad introvert who sits at home all day and makes his own meals. Now, I say all that, but I'm like obviously hopelessly addicted to video games, obviously. Obviously, I'm hopelessly addicted to Rise of Kingdoms. I've literally been playing this game for I've literally been playing this game for 1,957 days straight. Video game says I lost like 60 pounds just to join the Marines. Now I'm just like maintaining the weight pretty much. Yeah, that's great too. That's great too. I'm actually trying to gain weight. I've always been very skinny, so I'm always trying to gain weight. So yeah, like in April I was exercising, and then I would make these like weight gainer shakes, which, you know, are pretty good. They're pretty good for weight gain. So I just need to be disciplined about it. If I just like exercise consistently, make some pretty hearty meals, use the weight gainer shakes like once every few days, I can just like solidly gain a pound or two a month and just get a little bit bigger. I weigh like 160 pounds. I would love to get up to like 175. I would love to get up to 175. But yeah, video games. I'm glad you dropped in, man. Definitely glad you dropped in. Oh, here's Isaac. Here's Isaac's armament. Yeah, I remember Isaac showing me some stuff back in the day, like 4 or 5 months ago. I think Isaac's like a bit of a whale. I think he's a bit of a whale. This is an amazing armament. Triple inf stats. How many stats does he have before the forceful? He's got, so this is like 2.2, 4.8, 5.8, 6.5, 6.5 plus forceful. And what does forceful do? What does forceful do? Let me make sure I'm chaining like sort of okay. I'm not. Okay. Run, run, double C, run, 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 run. Okay, you made it. Isaac says, I wish I was a whale. I don't know, Isaac, the last time you were on the stream, you like showed me something that was like pretty... I guess we lost the chat, but you showed me something on the last stream that was like pretty solid, like a solid armament or a piece of gear or something like that. But let's take a look at what forceful is. Let's take a look at what forceful is here. Forceful, where is that? Oh, here. Oh, it's arc formation. Lower slot arc. 3% boost on normal attack. Nice. So what did I say that was? I said it was 6.5, and then this normal attack, we're saying again it's 2.5% multiple on it, right? Oh wait, it's 1.5% all damage, so it's like 3.75%. So basically that armament is like 10.25%. It's like 10.25%. The thing is, so I built a couple of good armaments today. I actually built a couple of very good armaments, both of them that I put on Justinian, of all places. Like Boiling Blood was already, I didn't improve this at all. I didn't improve Boiling Blood at all, but it's still really good. Like Combo, this is a very good armament that I made today. Like, not for nothing, but I did make one very good armament. Because I'm saying that this is worth 10%. I'm saying that this is literally worth... Wait, no, I have that wrong. I did that math wrong earlier. 4% skill damage is worth 2% all damage. So this is worth 5%. This is 5%, 8%, 11.1%. So yeah, this armament that I have here is right in the same range as Isaac's armament. What makes his slightly better is that it's in this lower slot. It's in the banner slot, right? But that's why this cohesive is very good. Like, this is a very good armament. Because this is basically 5% of stats also. And this is like 9.1% of stats. Yeah, I mean, we're all just like circling the drain around the same amount of stats. Like, we all have these like 8 to 12% worth of stats armaments. And it's just like so hard to get like 15%. It's so hard to get 15% unless you just win every KvK and slap a hunter. And slap a hunter on a bunch of inscriptions. Or on a bunch of armaments, and then you have 50% just from the inscription. Like, Hunter is just so insane. Hunter is just so freaking good, man. And I have 0 hunters. Video games. Really appreciate you stopping by. And, yeah, I'm going to be streaming a little more regularly, so I'm sure I'll talk to you soon, man. Best of luck on Monday with the 60 pounds. Isaac said, "Bro, I've been grinding Arch so hard lately, and I just can't creep actual stats. It's been tough, man." Yeah, Isaac, I don't know how much of a Garrison player you are and stuff, but I would, you know, make sure your wedge formation is in really good shape before you go too hard with Arch. Like, as someone who has a lot of Arch formation, I can assure you that wedge is better. For open field, wedge is definitely better than Arch. Like, definitely. Algebra says armaments are super luck-based, not much you can do about it. Yeah, I still like them. I honestly like armaments. Like, I know they're super whale-friendly. I know that, you know, if anything, armaments have imbalanced the game more for whales, maybe more than the Awakening system. I'm not exactly sure if that's true, but I know that Algebra has said in the past that he's surprised people didn't freak out more about armaments when they came out, because they were like so imbalancing. But I don't know. I just think it's a fun system. I think armaments are so much more fun than the Awakening system. So much more fun. And with the Awakening system, like whales could just like max awaken stuff right away because they had so many materials saved up and they had so many blueprints saved up. They could just like insta max awaken stuff. Whereas, like, with armaments, whales get very frustrated because they have to start from scratch just like the rest of us, and there's a lot of luck involved. So they just get, like, very, very frustrated. But I don't know. I don't know. I just think they're so much more interesting. Armaments are so much more interesting than the Awakening system. The Awakening system is the epitome of boring. There is quite literally nothing interesting about it at all. Like, I guess maybe you sort of decide what to awaken first, but even those choices are very much influenced by, like, what blueprints you get, so there's not even an interesting choice there. They're just, like, straight boring. Yeah, Isaac says Arch is only for my LC March, and it does trade really well, very exceptional sometimes. Yeah, I mean, my armaments, like my Guan set, like my Guan Arch formation set is really good. Like, it's actually really good. To where, like, I don't really need to work on my infantry wedge much, I don't think. I don't really feel like I need to. Like, this is a very good set if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I mean, to me, Ward is quite good. No, I mean, I guess it's not amazing. I guess Ward is just like 3.5. This thing needs work, but I can transmute this. Like, I can transmute this. This is a really good one. Like, uplifting is very good. Uplifting is quite good. And good stats on this. The cohesive is very good. You know, I could roll this a little bit more if I wanted to, but the cohesive is good. And then this one is not amazing because there's no inscription. But yeah, I mean, my Arch formation for the Lucci Scipio March is like just ready to go. It's ready to go. Just, all I gotta do is get Lucci. I do everything in reverse. I get the formation first and then I get the commander. The rest of you maxed Lucci first and then you did the then you did the Arch formation. Algebra says, well, I'm not complaining about armaments anymore since I got lucky. Yep. Yep. Well, you're going to get Algebra at some point. Like, you're enough of a gambler, right? That at some point you're going to get frustrated because you're going to be like, it's so fun to open these, but I'm getting like 0 dopamine hits because I'm never getting an upgrade. Like, it's going to be so hard for you to get an upgrade that, like, you know, you're going to be like regretting the lack of the dopamine hits. But I guess you can just keep crafting them, right? Like, I mean, the kind of cool thing about armaments is that there are some real decisions to make about what you craft and how you craft it. But like for the end game, for the real end game, it's all about crafting. It's all about like getting a blank armament that you can transmute that has one good stat on it, and they're just trying to roll roll it into something amazing, you know? Because I'm not even that far along, and I'm even at that point where it's like the stats are not what matter. The inscription is what matters. Like, it's just about the inscription. You get the single or the double inscription that's quality, and then you're like, okay, now I can transmute this, and maybe I get something good. Isaac says you just got to keep plugging along. Algebra says my only upgrade I can pull is a good scroll armament to put an extra hunter or unstoppable. Well, so, but can't you get but in the superior shop, you can get these lower slot inscriptions, right? There's not a lot of them, but there are some, right? There are some of these lower slot inscriptions from the shard chests. And I feel like this is a big part of the end game, is getting blank inscriptions that you can put on, you know, a lower slot, and then you can craft those. You know, you got to pick the right one to craft, but you can craft something in the lower slot with these. And if you're a whale, you're getting more of those rolls. Like, I have none of those. Like, I've never been able to put... You know, I have barely put inscriptions on anything, to be quite honest. I wish Destructive was better. Because this is a great... Like, these stats are great on the Yan Destructive. Like, these stats are actually great. And look, I have 9 of 10 left. I kind of remember when I rolled this. I think I rolled this on stream, actually. But this is like a great roll right here. But Destructive is just so friggin' mediocre, man. It is so mediocre. Yeah, 3.5% normal attack, but then the second half of this, like, the trade-off is, like, not even good. You have a 10... You spend 100 rage to increase the damage of the attack by 70%. Like, the thing is... Here's the thing, right? Like, how is that better than Battle Ready? This does the same thing, but it's a 35% bonus to normal attack for 2 seconds. Whereas this is 70%. It's damage of the attack by 70%. So it's really just the 3.5% normal attack is what's better about it. I mean, obviously it is better. Obviously Destructive is better than this. But I don't know, it's just so mediocre. Isaac says, I think Combo and Artisan are my best wedge inscriptions. Well, as I redo the math on Combo, I feel like it's still only like 5% of stats. Which is pretty standard, right? It's like Combo's 5% of stats. Cohesive is also 5% of stats. What is Bellicose? What is Bellicose? It has a 10% chance to gain a 5% bonus to damage dealt for 3 seconds. So that's like 1.5% all damage. Yeah, so Bellicose is only like 3.75. Yeah, I don't really think you can do much better than 5%. See, I wonder about patronage. I really wonder about patronage, right? Whenever you receive healing or a shield. Because what I'm thinking is, like, Scipio gives a shield, but then what if you have a coin on Scipio, right? What if you have a coin on the Scipio March? Then you're getting, like, multiple instances of the shield during each, like, cycle you know, rage gain, right? So like, and I think sometimes cycles do last longer than 5 seconds. Because this is like, I mean, I don't know what this is exactly, but this is like, I don't know. I guess this is like, I guess this still is like around 5%, right? Because it's not every turn. We say this is maybe like 1.25% all damage, maybe. That's only like 3%. If you put a coin on it, maybe it goes up to like 4 to 4.5% of stats. If I'm, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing the math right on patronage. I guess it's not higher. I get, you know. I mean, honestly, to me, like the best ones are like Breaker. Like, what's Breaker worth? What is Breaker actually worth? What is Breaker actually worth? It has a 10% chance to reduce the target's defense by 15% for 3 seconds. So it's essentially reducing the defense by 1.5% per second. It's reducing it by 4.5% defense, basically. Slightly less because there's a cooldown. Let's say it's reducing the defense by 4%. So that's like 4% of stats, but it's also like you're focus firing that target, so that boosts it a little bit. I guess even Breaker is really only like 4 to 5% of stats. Yeah, I mean, Cohesive is like a pretty clean 5% because you, I mean, like, you don't always have over 50% of units remaining, but you most of the time you do. But Cohesive is still like 4.5% of stats, basically. Well, no, like 5%. 5%, right? It's at least 5%. Cohesive is at least 5% of stats. Yeah, they're all about the same. Is there anything that's like really better? Let me look at my list. What did I think was good here? Yeah, Phalanx. Phalanx is kind of good. What about Eclipsed? What about Eclipsed? Yeah, Eclipsed is like 2.5% less skill damage taken. So this is like 1.25% of all damage, which is like, you know, like 3.25% of stats. Is this better because like you're, I guess not. I guess it's just less damage. It's the same as taking less damage. So Eclipse isn't even all that good. I think I overvalued this one a little bit. They're all worth the same. Like, this is the thing. Like, at the end of the day, they're all kind of worth the same. You know? Because the ones that are straight stats are worth 3.5% of stats. I mean, yeah, on certain things, on like Breaker or on Cohesive, like maybe they're slightly better, but really not. They're really not better by much at all. I mean, Uplifting in certain situations, like it goes to show that like the double inscriptions are what it's all about, because the double inscription is what it's all about, because all these like single ones are only worth like 5% of stats. Like, what is this one worth? Like, am I undervaluing this thing? Because this is just giving me 1% less normal damage, which is 0.5% all damage, which is like 1.25. So this is like 4.75% of stats on this. So yeah, I'm not really undervaluing it, right? Because it's just the same as Cohesive. It's like the same as Breaker, the same as Ward. What was the other one I was about to check? Oh, Phalanx. Phalanx. Whenever the wielder uses an active skill, their troop has a 30% chance to gain a shield for 3 seconds. Yeah, so like again, like as I think about patronage, right? As I think about patronage and like how, you know, a commander like Guan benefits from the from shields, it's like, I mean, if you got like a coin, if you have a coin and phalanx on your Guan, I feel like patronage is like fairly decent. I don't know. Maybe devious. Maybe it's just about devious. Maybe devious is just like the best. Something super friggin' boring like devious is just the best. I did get a lot of counterattack inscriptions today. I got a lot of freaking counterattack damage inscriptions. This thing I need to re-roll, man. I need to re-roll this. This needs to be up pretty high on the list, actually. I know I might not garrison that much in this KvK, but this is such an easy... This is so easy to make better, man. This is so easy to make better. You know? You lock the all damage. The all damage is really good. That's a good all damage roll. You lock it. And then you just roll for something, for Cav, anything. For anything Cav, you just make this thing better. Like, how does this compare to 3% counterattack? I guess that's the question. I mean, obviously it's better, right? It's obviously better. Yeah, this thing is good. I mean, Desperado's amazing too. I have to reroll this too, though. This thing is amazing. Desperado's amazing on a garrison. Yeah, no, I do need to roll this. I do need to roll this. I don't know if this is like my next... This might be my next priority. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a good point, Isaac. This could be good for something else also. This is like a little... This is like down the road a little bit. I just don't know how much I'm going to garrison this KvK. I really don't. I mean, I have Jan Hera, man. Like, Jan Hera is just like... The situations where Jan Hera is going to be useful against 2268 are slim to none, man. Slim to friggin' none. To Plato as well for the opportunity with Osiris League. Shout out to A Goose for the opportunity in Osiris League. And, yeah, I think I just had a little bit of a connection issue there. Yeah, I think I had a little connection issue. Let's take a quick look at Chuck Norris's last couple of armaments here. Yeah, I can see that you... okay, you're not a whale. You're not a whale, Isaac. I take that back. You're not a whale. Yeah. This is the thing, like, my armaments are actually quite good. Like, I think I have, like, very good armaments. And yet I still suck at the open... I still have bad trades in the open field. I still score horribly in Arc. My Arc of Osiris scores are so bad. So I don't know what the deal is, man. I don't know what my deal is. And I have very good movement. Like, I don't know why I don't perform better. I think it's maybe my gear. I don't know. Anyway, the journey continues. The grind never ends. We're constantly trying to make our accounts better. Catch up to the people ahead of us. Stay in front of the people we lead. The people we beat. And yeah, we keep working in real life to have money to buy packs and stuff, so. I do have a bunch of work I need to do. I'm probably staying on the stream a little too long. But... Hunter says, Brian, we should do a discussion on what stats are worth sometime. Yeah, that's something we can do in the future. But for now, I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. And I'll see you all on the flip side.